Steve Robinson texted me yesterday.
Oh, boy.
It's okay. He gave me some Benetton updates, which is fine. Let me see here. He says, for what it's worth, or whatever. Oh, God, where is it? This is fucking unbelievable. How much time did you text me during the day, Steve?
I love you. I've always loved No, I'm saying that's what he said.
What time did you text me about your family yesterday?
Probably like 3 or 4.
3 o'clock, okay.
Oh.
What's that?
Some hurt feelings? Is that what
No,
this
here
is?
it is. By the way, I got to put family off limits going forward. Just got a nice intervention phone call from them.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I think that's fair, right?
No.
No?
Absolutely not. Why? What was it? Who called you?
My brother did.
What did he say?
Yeah, he just wants me to not talk about the family. That's all.
You just do like me and you pretend you don't know anything. I don't know.
Does it have to listen? Does it make you uncomfortable to talk about your family?
I mean, I talked about it with you, didn't I? I mean, I rolled with the punches.
Well, for a week and a half.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah,
no.
enough is that you had your fun, and
I
now
would
it's...
say no. Well, look at this guy we're beating up over here. He's not complaining. What did your brother say?
He just would appreciate it if I didn't air family business on the podcast. That's all.
And what did you say to him?
I said, you know what? I understand. I don't want to, ruin my fucking family
How is
relationships.
that going to? What
over
have you
a
said that's
podcast.
going to ruin your family's relationship?
Just talking about family business.
What have you told that's not true?
No, well,
What have you
nothing.
told they're
Nothing.
not public about?
Nothing.
Have you
but that's
broken
the
any
problem.
news?
I mean, just like spilling truth out into the public isn't always great. Just because
But
it's
I don't think you
true.
said anything bad.
Stuff about my parents' relationship. That's
Oh,
that's
this
stuff
is
that,
the red flag one. Mike, remember this moment?
Yeah.
7:22 on the 28th. Not good.
When
Not
you
good.
and Steve are having a
We
screaming
talked about
match and he
Not-
walks out.
not
I mean, we talked about it. I just don't think there's any value for the listeners in rehashing it.
But couldn't that be on you to just lie in the
Steve,
future?
I
mean, I could do
Steve,
that.
I don't want to be
I
an
could do
asshole,
that.
but don't tell me what the values are on the listeners. I know what the value is.
okay.
You don't. I mean, but if you're thinking you don't try and spin it that way. If you don't want to talk about it, tell me you don't want to talk about it.
Well, that's what I told you. I told you I didn't want to talk about it.
That's not what you said.
I said I wanted it to be off
Let me read it
limits.
again. Maybe I don't know. I've been able to read now for I think 41 years. Let me try again because I don't think that's what you said. By the way, I got to put family off limits going forward. Just got a nice intervention phone call from them. Is this allowed? This is conversation breaking the violation.
No, we can have
Violating
this
the code.
conversation,
I just
but
want to make sure going forward. I don't want to upset you.
It's just something I don't want to talk
Sure,
about.
no. Can you? Before I hired you, that's my fault. The blame's on me. Can you now maybe over the weekend put a list of all the other things we can't talk about?
There's nothing else.
Are you sure about that?
I just don't want to talk about my parents' relationship.
Well,
Is that fine?
you don't want to. Your brother doesn't want you to, or you don't want to.
I don't want to.
Why don't you tell me that?
I am right now.
No,
This is
you're
me
using your
telling you
brother.
right
I don't
now.
think this conversation happened. I think you're using your brother is bullshit. I don't think.
Do you want to get him on the show?
But no, you don't want to.
No, I'm just.
Well, wait. So
I'm
now you
telling
want your brother on the show? Like,
I'm
which
telling
is
you
it?
right now that I don't want
Which
to talk
is it?
about my parents.
Okay, but why didn't you tell me that before?
I didn't know it was going to come up. You kind of sprang it on me in the middle of the
fuck
show.
you-
I wanted to roll with the punches.
Did you think that was good?
I didn't know my girlfriend was going to come up, and I didn't really like talking about that, but I did, and
I did too, as well. I'm telling you now that I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, so that's now off topic. So we're doing a show where things are just off limits. On Barstool Radio, on a
little
podcast,
teeny-weeny thing. We've got this
is
one little
off limits.
teeny-weeny thing talking about my parents. We've already got
No,
it
you
out
said
of the
your
way.
family.
I don't want to talk about
You said
it.
your family. I got to put my family off limits going forward. So who does that mean? Can you, for my edification? Because I'm trying to the idea of doing sort of uncomfortable, interesting radio to me is not as important as making you comfortable. So if you would now, as we go forward here for the next minute or two, furnish me please with every member of your family that's off limits.
Just my parents.
Just your parents?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
Because I don't want to say something about your brothers or get them upset.
No, that's
They'll
fine. Just
call
my
you.
parents.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Because you didn't say anything about them 2 days ago.
I know. This is I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this, what the show's going to look like. I just don't want
Did
to
you
talk
ever
about
listen
my
to my
parents.
old show?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you were surprised when this thing about your parents came up conversationally.
No, I wasn't surprised.
So why didn't you say that to me then? At
Prepared
the end of that show.
It was kind of in the heat of the moment. It was the first show. It was the first time we've
2
done it
weeks
together.
since. I mean, what? So your brother called you, or you called him?
He called me.
What happened?
Yeah, he was listening to the podcast.
Okay.
He heard some stuff he didn't like, and
What did he
in
s-
retrospect, I kind of agree with him. So I
What
just
did
don't
he
want to
like?
talk about my
I
parents.
don't remember anything that bad.
Neither do
don't
I.
remember-
I'm honestly trying to get to the bottom of this, and you're dodging around it. What was said in the conversation?
I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
What
about
did he
my
say?
parents.
Now, my understanding is, and we can go back and play it. I mean, you don't.
Oh, I know. There was something like about
Mike,
cheating or
Mike,
something.
shut
wasn't
up
there?
for a
Sorry.
second, would you? I can go back to this. I can't do it today. Neither can you. We'll get somebody to come in here and do it for us. We can go back 90 seconds, and you told me that I can talk about your brother, right?
Yes.
So what did he say to you? You're not answering that.
He told me that he didn't want me talking about our parents' relationship.
Okay. So
And I don't want to do that.
So why didn't you tell me that?
Because in the moment, I didn't.
What world am I in where a fucking producer is
wasn't-
making rules about who we can and can't talk about?
It's just a rule for me that I don't want to talk about it.
So if
I'm sorry if I said, oh, I want to put this off limits, but for me, I was just letting you know it's something I don't want to talk about.
Okay, fine. I guess we won't talk about it then. No problem. That's fine. I mean, I didn't realize. I would say we spent how much time over 2 weeks talking about your parents?
Maybe 5 minutes.
No, if that. I would say not even.
In the first episode, we spent at least 5 minutes.
It sounds like your brother's a pussy. I hate to say it. I mean, I don't mean to upset him, but he sounds like he's a pussy to me. Or either that, or worse, you're a pussy because you're using him as a shield, and he didn't actually call you at all.
I'll own it. I'm telling you. I don't.
So
want
then
to
you're
talk
lying
about
about your
my
brother
parents.
calling you. Then
No,
about
he
this.
did. I can pull up my phone and show you that.
Doesn't mean you talked about it. Who brought it up first? You or him?
He did. He called me specifically to bring this up.
Okay, and was he angry?
Yes.
Why?
Because he doesn't want us airing family business. He considers himself like the protector of the family.
Jesus Christ. Who's this?
My brother Ben.
Ben. Okay, he's your older brother?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Why don't you go work for Ben then? How's that sound? Go fucking be Ben's producer. Does that sound good? You guys can not talk about your parents, and you can fucking talk on the phone all the time. Like I don't like what the fuck? What
Is
am I
it really
supposed-
that big of a deal? Not
Well,
to talk
it
about
sets
my
a
parents?
precedent. No. That's fine. That I don't care about your parents, but that sets a precedent where I have never ever worked with a producer ever who has ever said to me, "Don't talk about this or talk about that." Maybe shame on them for that, but I'm just saying this is a new thing for me, and it's 10 days in, and I think you wanted to do this for a couple of days, and you're using your brother as a bullshit excuse. That's all.
You think I wanted to talk about my parents?
No. I think you wanted to say this to me, and you use your brother as a shield.
I mean, I was motivated by his call. I mean,
Right.
he's like my he's my my role model. So I take his opinion very
What does
seriously.
he do for a living?
He is an accountant and he's in the army.
Okay, well, good. Thank him for his service. Great. Thanks a lot, Ben, for your fucking service. Hope you get shipped off to fucking Iraq for 20 years.
Oh, come on.
What? I do. Well, I do. What do you want me to say? I do. I do. I like the guy. He's getting in the middle of my fucking show. What good is he doing the show?
This is not a huge intervention in the
Mike,
show.
What good
I
is
can talk
General
again.
Ben fucking Robertson doing for the show?
No, he's taking away from
Yeah,
it.
he's taking away from this show, right? Mike, I'm talking to you, you stupid fuck. Yes.
I said it. Yes.
Yes. You say other things too. What else?
You told me not to talk. I was letting you guys fight it out. Yeah, I'm surprised. I think if that really hurt you, you should have said it after the show that day. I think that's why Kirk's mad, is that you sent him a text saying, hey, someone talked to me about this.
I'm not even mad about that.
Yeah.
I don't care. I understand. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to talk about it. I don't like the fact that it's happening, though.
Yeah.
So what's going to be next? Steve will say right now, nothing. Oh, no, nothing. Everything else on the table. But then 3 weeks from now, he's going to say, I don't really want you to say that about...
Or if you ask about his wife after the honeymoon, something like that. You know what I mean?
But shit like that. But that'll probably be fine. But something down the line, he's going to text me and say, well, the show's pretty good today, but I talked to Ben... And I think maybe next time in the hour number 2, maybe we should do this instead. Ben didn't think that was funny.
That's not going to happen.
This fucking, I'm dealing with Ben, this fucking drip accountant who's fucking now programming my show.
No, it's not
That's
gonna
my
happen.
issue.
I mean, going
How do you
forward-
know that? How do you
because,
know that?
going
It's already
forward,
happened once in 2 weeks.
I'll take the blind mic route and I'll just lie.
Well,
It was bad on me for actually answering the questions and trying to be an honest participant in the
I
show.
guarantee you, if we had a transcript of that phone call, if we heard that phone call, Steve fucking buried me in that phone call.
What do I lie
Garen
about?
Did
fucking
not.
T.
Absolutely
Garen
did
fucking
not.
T.
Absolutely did not. I praised him.
Guaranteed.
He told me I don't like the show. I don't like Kirk. I think he treats you like an asshole. And I told him, you know what? You're hearing something on the show, but Kirk.
He doesn't like me. He doesn't like the show.
Kirk has praised
Well,
me
fuck
more.
him, man.
Kirk has
Fuck
praised
him.
me more in 2 weeks than I have in the last
Fuck him.
5
Fuck
years.
him. Fuck him. Fuck him. I fucking hate him. Fuck him. I hate the show. I hate you. Fuck him. What is he? What show does he like?
I don't
Get him
know.
on. Get the fucking drip on. That's fine by me. I don't care. Jesus Christ, I hope he gets deployed tomorrow. Tomorrow. I do. It gets in the way of my fucking show. No, I hope he doesn't get hurt. But I hope he goes over there and it's 140 degrees and he has to fucking eat that shitty food and sit around for 9 years. Is he married?
Yes.
Does he have kids?
Yes.
Fuck his kids too.
Oh, come on,
What?
man.
Fuck them. What do you want me to say? Their future generations will get in the way and be like, what's their name? Is that the kids you have on the phone?
No.
Okay. What are their names?
Dennis, Kaylin, and
Steve doesn't want to say their
Marianne.
names. Doesn't want to say their names. Doesn't even want to say their names.
I'm
He's
doing the blind
so
mic.
paralyzed by
You're fine-
fucking.
You're fine
so
with blind Mike
What
lying
is-
that he
what
doesn't
is-
even know
I
where
don't
his
get this.
fucking
Where?
dad
Why am I?
works.
Where does he
liar?
lie? What does he
Where
lie
am I
about?
lying?
That you don't know where your dad works or anything like that?
I don't know where he works. That's not. What do you want me to say?
Well, did Mike text me yesterday and say, hey, just a heads up. I talked. What's your brother's name? Mike?
My brother, Anthony.
Yeah, I talked to Tony yesterday, and he didn't really like that segment. He thinks the show stinks. Like,
But that isn't a lie. I don't know my dad does. I don't talk to him that often. Like, I don't know what you want to do.
mean that you made fun. Like, it doesn't seem like you have any problems making fun of this guy, having him answer questions. You just don't want to.
I just don't want to talk about
Something
my
like
parents.
Dennis. If we do a show,
talk about my
if I do a show
parents.
10 years from now, I have fucking Dennis Robertson fucking texting and the next generation of fucking people bitching about the show. Yeah, Uncle Steve. Yeah, why does Kirk still do that, thing where he talks to the caller daddy girls? Or, why does it, what Ben should have done, honestly? Ben should have said, Steve, why did you fuck up that Real Sports sound so bad? That fucking sucked. You did a shitty job. Why didn't he say that?
I don't think he listened that far.
So he doesn't like the show. He listened to the first half hour, doesn't like it? Well, good. Tell him not to listen. Tell him to go fuck himself. Oh.
I also don't get how I became a liar. I'm a little annoyed by that.
Mike,
Well, I
move
thought
on.
you were-
This is not the Mike Geary show. Okay?
Well, I mean, he just called me a liar. I think
yeah, what's he lying about? That's right.
I
got
thought
your
you were.
back.
I thought you were advocating me not telling the truth.
No,
about
I'm
my
saying
family
dance
instead of
around
saying-
something if you don't want to answer it. I didn't say just make up a lie.
So I apologize for saying making up lies, but yeah, in the future I'll just dance around it.
That's great.
I thought just being truthful with you in the first
now we're
episode
dancing
was
around.
better.
Yeah, it is. Now we're dancing around shit because of fucking Ben Robertson.
But I'm just being honest with you that I don't want to talk about my
No,
parents.
you're not. No, you're not. That's not, you did not text me that yesterday, Steve. You did not text me that yesterday. I'm happy to read it again. That is not what you texted me yesterday.
Okay, I'm sorry.
True
if
or
the text,
false?
I'm
True or
sorry. I'm
false?
sorry if the text did not convey how I feel.
That's not what you
I
said,
don't want to
though.
talk about
You
it.
threw your fucking brother under the bus or your family or whatever. You had a family intervention, which makes it sound like, first of all, that makes it sound like 14 people called, or you walked into
Sat
a
him
room
down.
and the fucking Robertsons were there. This fucking group of assholes, your fucking brother and your nieces and nephews and your... Do we beep out there? Because I just said your parents. We beep that out, right? I don't want to... You have parents, right? I don't
have
want to...
parents.
You do. Okay, I don't want to get into that. Are they married or no?
I just don't want to talk about it,
I'm
man.
just asking. I forget. I don't.
No,
I don't,
they're not married.
Okay, that's all. I just want to get everything clear. So you walked in the intervention. The intervention should have been about the fucking Gumbel thing. The fucking cuts, really. Made sure, were you fucking drinking that day or were you fucking drugged or what? You walk in there and they say, you know what? We don't want you talking about this. Fine, great. If you tell me that off the air, you say, hey, I have a real problem with this. Fine, I'm going to bring that conversation onto the air, but we probably won't talk about it again after that. Is that okay?
That's fine.
I'm just trying to figure out what the rules are.
That's
here
fine.
As we go forward.
I'm not trying
As we
to
go
put
forward
rules.
and you leave this fucking show for 3 weeks after 2 weeks, after you leave us for 3 weeks, when we come back, we just want to make sure you're comfortable. We don't want you upset. We don't want that, right, Mike?
Oh, absolutely.
No, this is not. We don't want that to happen. So when you come back after leaving us for 3 weeks after the fucking show starts, we know what else. You have 3 weeks. Take time when you're in fucking Tuscany. And we're trying to do our show every day, and I have fucking Mike who's blind and a new producer in here and some fucking studio. I don't know what's going on. We're moving somewhere else, and you're over by the fucking river or whatever. Take your time and list all the things that make you uncomfortable. Send them to me via email or text or mail them because you're gone long enough. You could send it by, over the fucking ocean. It'll get to me by the time before you're back. And I'll read them and make sure everything's okay. Because the last thing I want is for you to be the slightest bit uncomfortable.
Being uncomfortable is fine.
No.
Being uncomfortable is fine.
It makes me uncomfortable that you're uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about
my parents.
It makes me
that's
so
all.
uncomfortable that you're uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about you being uncomfortable because it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like talking about it. My brother called me last night and said it makes him uncomfortable. So Adam Minahan, who I don't want to make him uncomfortable. That's it. My brothers support my show. They like it, but no, I don't know, whatever. My bigger issue, if my brother called me and said, hey, you shouldn't talk about mom and dad being dead and joke around about it like I do sometimes because that's a way of sort of coping. It's a coping mechanism for my parents dying. If he said, hey, your show sucks, I would have said, fuck you. We're working our ass off here. We're by ourselves. We're fucking fighting. We're starting this new thing here. People seem to like it. Go fuck yourself, Ben. Click. And instead, I wouldn't have said, you know what, Ben? In retrospect, you're right. Kirk is so mean. I don't really understand it.
Not
don't
at all
get
what
it."
I said.
Totally.
Not
right.
at all what I
Totally.
said. Nope.
Mike, what do you think happened?
Can I make one request?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't want to talk about my disability anymore.
That's totally
It makes
fair.
me
I don't want
uncomfortable.
to make. I don't want. Yeah, I don't want.
I'm lying about it apparently. So
See, Mike's mad at you.
I don't know where that.
yeah,
I don't know where
no,
that
I'm
came from. That I'm
sorry.
a liar. I just don't understand.
I didn't mean to say that
I
you
don't
were a
know what
liar,
my
just
dad
that-
does. You can ask me any fucking
I guess-
question about it.
I guess
I don't
I'm
know what he does.
jealous.
He's a shady guy. I've always thought he was a bookie or a fucking drug dealer or something.
I'm jealous
I
that
don't know what he
didn't adopt
does.
your strategy talking about parents and just say I don't know.
I don't
that's
know.
I know. I wish
I'll tell you what my mom does. You want to know what my mom does?
No.
I do. What does your mom do?
She's a secretary.
That's very nice. Now, later on, when you text me about this conversation,
I was like, oh, jeez,
just
Kirk,
say
that was
Kirk. Just say Kirk.
was a
It's
rough
not,
one.
not right. Like, please don't bring up my mom ever again.
Office manager, I should say.
Oh, is she? Well,
So-
good for
yeah,
her.
yeah.
What's her name?
Lisa.
Lisa. We've said that before, right?
Yes.
Well, congratulations to Lisa. Does she listen to the show?
Sometimes.
Does she like it or she hate it like the Robinson?
I think she she must like it because she texted me about that Harvey Weinstein thing. So
That's
she
true.
must,
So
yeah.
she's a fan. The Robinson family hates it.
Not big fans.
They hate the show. That's good. If I were you, I would take that as such an affront.
Why?
Because he's your brother. He should be supporting you. Say, hey, give it a chance, asshole.
I mean, I told him exactly
No,
how
it sounds
I
like
feel
your
about
older
it.
brother. It sounds like he's your older brother, and he pushes you around.
No, I told him
He
exactly
slaps you
how I
around.
feel about it. I told him that it was a great move for me. I'm liking the show. We're having a lot of success early on, and that this is one of the best places I've worked.
Well, if you don't like it, I don't mean to be an asshole. If it's gonna be too tough, get the fuck out of here. Like I don't,
That's not at all what I
don't want
said.
you to do that, but get the fuck out.
What about
Like,
that? What about that makes you think that I don't like it? Or I wanna
that's
get
a
the fuck
bad.
out?
That's a bad early sign. That's what I would say.
Just
Mike?
saying I don't want to talk about my parents.
No,
Do you
it's-
think-
it's-
do you think
it's not?
the-
It's not what. That's not
Did
what
the
you
tone of
said.
it-
That's not what you said. What? Go ahead, Mike.
Did the tone of it bother you, or just the idea of it? Like, if he had said, "Hey, like, could we lay off my parents?" Would that have been better, or was it the
Yes, it
the
was
wording
fine.
that bothered
If he
you?
had said that, if he had said it himself,
Yeah.
whatever. Last Wednesday, I said, okay, like it's not that interesting. It was kind of a funny one-off. It was just the two of us in a room trying to get to know each other. Longest conversation we ever had. No big deal. Fine, no big deal. But it's more the idea now that I have to go through Ben Robinson to fucking book my show. I get a feeling just from this conversation he's a drip, right? He's an accountant, doesn't like me, so he doesn't have a great sense of humor, right?
No, he's a great guy.
I'm sure I didn't say he's not a great guy. I didn't say he's not a great guy. That's not what I said. I'm sure he's a wonderful guy. Thank him for his service, though I doubt he has really ever served a day for his country. My guess is if you dug it all, he's probably one of these
Two
false
tours in
military
Iraq.
guys. Yeah, I wonder. That's all I'm saying.
Bronze Star.
I'm not asking to dig into it, but I'm just saying. Is he a guy who has a great sense of humor?
Yes, he is.
Well, regale me, please, with some of the greatest Ben Robinson comedic moments.
I think that he just heard the first
No.
episode.
That's not what I asked. No, that's not what I asked.
There's a little bit of tension in the
That's
air.
not what I asked. That's not what
And he
I
felt
asked.
a little
There was no
defensive
tension
for his
between
younger
us.
brother.
There was no tension between us in that show.
And when he heard
Did you hear
his
that
parents
first?
being talked about
there
like
was
that.
tension between us.
It sounded fun. Like I didn't.
Yeah, we were
I didn't think Steve
joking
had any
around.
problem with that at all. I
And
was
neither did I.
surprised to
There's-
hear this.
Go back and play
I
it.
didn't
There's
in
no
the moment.
tension.
I didn't in the moment. I was trying to do the thing. I was trying to answer your questions. But in retrospect, it was not in the interest of my family. That's all.
Well, that's also part of the job, though. We're going to say things that aren't always in the interest. Our show is not the interest of
understand
it's
that.
the interest of us and getting the people. The people will like this a lot more. We should scrap that shitty debate stuff we did. Just get to this from the start.
Okay, we can do that
Yes,
if you
it's
want.
farm right. Am I wrong, Mike?
I agree.
Farmer, you were as good as you were on it. I would say that it's hard for you. I know it's hard for you to give up some of those great lines you had, but
Yeah, that'll be tough. For
yeah,
me.
but we can
Well, this
move-
is also a great environment for comedy later. This will that'll be fun. Thanks.
Well, here's the thing. Let's be honest. Whether you're a fan of comedy, I am, Steve is, Kingpin Pete. There's only one person you're really trying to please here with this comedic bit, right?
Yeah.
Who's that?
You?
No, try again.
What do you mean?
Who books this show?
Oh, I'm trying to please Steve.
No, Ben. Ben Robinson. That's
I'm
who,
sorry.
that's who you
I
so
didn't
we'll
get
play
it.
it for Ben, and if
Yeah.
Ben likes it, if he gives us the
There's some off-color jokes he may not care for.
if he salutes us, right? If he lets us go, if we march properly and
Yeah.
do it all and make sure this floor is clean, and he gives us a thumbs up, fantastic. Right?
I think you guys would actually get along.
I hate his fucking guts.
I think you guys would get along.
Don't ever introduce me to my
You
fucking
should go
hate
out.
him.
You guys would like each other.
I think he's a traitor. That's what I think.
Traitor.
I think he's a traitor to the show, and that is not
And this
to,
nation.
to his brother, which is it makes you wonder what he would do under pressure if he cracked. Honestly, I'm not even being a dick here, but that actually, are we allowed to talk about your brother?
for now, you'll be getting a text about it
Well,
later.
I'm serious. That will happen. You know that.
Yeah, you can. Fine, if you want to.
No, but you don't want to.
You've already said he's a fucking traitor. He's 2 tours in Iraq. He's got a Bronze Star. You want to call him a traitor? That's fine. I mean, it's,
I don't
it's
think
funny.
either one. I don't think
it's funny. The shock
either-
factor is funny.
I don't think either one of those things happen, but that's fine. You can believe that. Whatever he tells you, I guess you go along with. But the idea that he books the show.
He doesn't.
Now going forward, of course he does. He's the reason for this
there's no
segment.
booking going on. Yeah, he's
if
the
he was
reason
never
for this
born, if you're and your didn't conceive him at some point, we wouldn't be having this conversation, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
So then he's booking the show. He in fact is the reason for this content.
I don't think there's any way I could have said I don't want to talk about my parents
Why
without
not?
without you picking at that scab and turning it into a segment.
Absolutely not. If you had said to me, "Hey, look, I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. There's a lot of hard family feelings." So far, our conversation off the air about anything, have I been a dick at all?
No, you haven't.
So then what?
And that's
what
what I told my brother yesterday when he called up and he was
Why
like,
does everybody have to go
"Sounds
back
like
to this
I'm being a dick to
asshole
you."
brother of yours? I don't give a crap about this fucking idiot. What I'm saying is, and Steve's mad when I make fun of his brother. He's your hero, right?
Yeah.
He's
It's
your
his
hero,
big
right?
brother.
Yeah,
His idol.
good. Your hero is fucking going to ruin this show. You know what his name is? Bob Murchison Robinson. That's who he is. He's worse than
Same level.
Murchison.
That's
Yeah, I have more
low.
Same
respect for
level.
Murchison.
low.
I do. I have more respect for Murchison. I do. Because at least he would fucking go and just do it. He's going back channels. Of course, given that he's probably a secret, he's probably a double agent. He probably works with the Russians. He's probably learned that way. He hides and sneaks and does his things and calls Steve and it's like, I don't like the show. What did he say again? Let me hear it again.
He just said that he doesn't want us airing family
That's,
business.
no,
Doesn't want me talking about my
that's
parents.
that's not no. What did he say about the show and me?
He said that he didn't like it because he thought you treated me like an asshole.
Right. And what did you say? First of all,
I
you're
said-
a grown
I said-
man. You
I
have a
said
microphone.
No. I said no. I said that I've been treated better here than I have at any other place I've worked. I've gotten more praise, more positive feedback
Enjoy
from
that.
you and the CEO.
What did your brother say to that?
He was somewhat ameliorated. He thought that he agreed. I mean, or he came to see my perspective, but he still doesn't want me talking about my parents' relationship.
Okay. I don't want to talk about your parents' relationship either. I hate all of them. I hate all 10 of them. I hate their fucking kids. I hate you. I hate fucking, what's his name? Ben?
Yes.
I hate Benjamin. Fucking hate you too. I hate them. What do you want me to say? I hate him. I hate his fucking guts. If you're me and that's all you know so far, would you like this guy?
No.
I'm looking at Steve, but that's
I think,
okay.
I think
You
you have
would?
to appreciate
If
and
I-
respect him. Yeah.
Why? For what?
Standing up for his fucking family.
That's not his job, nor is it yours. You work for the show. You work for me.
I understand that, but I'm just telling.
Did he like Howie?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a big right-wing military dummy, right? Probably.
No.
An accountant who probably fucking is a total grifter too. I want his, is he live in Maine?
Yes.
I want him investigated for grifting as an accountant. I want that to happen right now. Is that lunatic still the mayor of Maine or the governor of Maine or no?
Which lunatic?
The
Jan
guy.
Mills?
Oh
Paul-
no, who's the crazy guy?
Paul LePage.
Yeah, he's gone, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's Mills now, right?
Yes.
Yes. I am calling on her right now, loud and clear, to begin that investigation. That's fine. If I'm going to prison, he is too. I cannot fucking deal with this. Steve, am I wrong to be this upset?
You said Steve,
Mike,
but you're
whatever his
looking
name
at
is. Mike! Am I,
You get mad when I respond. You get mad when I don't. Don't be mad at me. We're mad at him.
That's right. That's right. That's
For
right,
God's
that's
sake.
right. Am I wrong?
No. And I
It
think
has nothing to do with. Sorry, Mike. It has nothing to do with. I totally understand where your brother's coming from on that. I get that completely. I had parents too. I get that. No way. I think this is Steve's way of tweaking me and being like, "I have parents, asshole. You have none. I have 4." There's a little bit of that, which is fine. But I totally get where he's coming from. I really do understand that. But it is not. You have to tell him to either not listen or shut the fuck up in a nice brotherly way.
I don't think he's going to listen, so I don't think that'll be a
Good. I
problem.
think he sounds like a drip. I don't want him listening to this fucking show. What are you gonna say, Mike?
Oh, well, I think what Steve should remember is that like it's when you're talking about your parents, no one knows who your parents are. So it's more of a character you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Even if you talk shit about your parents.
So
like,
Mike is saying-
I've made my dad out to be a fucking deadbeat.
So are you lying,
And
Mike?
no, but he's
wait,
not.
well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you
Yeah,
lying?
I'm a big liar.
Which is it?
No, but I think my dad's an all right guy. There's just some flaws that he has, but people think he's a
This is
piece of
so-
shit. But no one knows who he is, so who gives a fuck?
This is not good. Not good. Not good. This is not good. Not good. Not good. I'm frustrated. Not good. And again, there's nothing to do with the content. I totally understand it. It's a horrendous precedent to set. A fucking awful precedent to set. It's not even the worst thing Steve texted me yesterday, by the way, while we're at it. Like, it's the second worst thing. The other one I just fucking ignored. Where is it? The Barstool stuff. Where the hell is this? He texted me last night at 6:22. Maybe we should do a cooking with Kirk video as a spoof to put ourselves in the conversation. Thinking you cooking breakfast, but you just ordered Dunkin' Donuts. What are you pointing at?
I was just setting Mike up for this one.
Why?
Because we were talking about this earlier.
I
before he
actually
came
don't
in.
mind. I don't know
It's a
about the
fucking-
Dunkin' Donuts thing in general, but I don't mind the idea of you doing
Why?
something like that.
Why?
Because I think it would maybe turn attention to Barstool people
I
that
don't
don't know
care
who you are.
if they can listen to my show or not. I have an audience. I don't. I'm
that's-
not gonna sit there and dance for fucking 22-year-old idiots.
I'm just,
not
I
interested in
can't
that.
now say it's a horrible idea.
It's a
just 'cause we're
horrible
arguing.
idea.
I just can't say that because I said it to Steve. You know what I mean? Like I
But
can't turn my back on
If you
it.
hadn't talked to Steve before, you would agree with me.
Well, of course.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. Fine. What did Ben think of it?
Didn't talk about it
You really didn't run it by him? Why
No.
not? He fucking books the show. Why don't you contact him about it?
because he doesn't book the show.
Oh, really? I mean, he sounds like he does. He sounds like he controls what is talked about and what's not talked about, largely. To me, that's what it sounds like. No? I mean, do I need to take over everything now in the show? I mean,
No.
if you can't handle this stuff, that was light. If you can't handle it, I'm not trying to be an
I
asshole.
did handle it. We
Probably
talked
best just to
about
get out now and save yourself.
we did
save
talk about it.
Save yourself the grief.
We did talk about it. I'm just saying, going
You know-
forward, I don't want to.
No, but what you're missing is I've done this before. What you're missing is this is not the only time you're going to be frustrated with this stuff. This is going to happen again and again. Like, I mean, now.
Especially now.
Well, yeah, I just mean, like, do you think that I mean, I don't know, Mike, do you think there's going to be now moments where Steve's going to be like, geez, he talks to his brother, whoever, and if that affects you, then that's not good.
I think on the contrary, because of this, I'll be motivated to talk about as much uncomfortable shit as possible.
That's your take. What?
Yes, because I don't.
Am I
want
wrong?
You, I don't want
Mike,
you to.
what am I-
I don't
Just
want you
turned
to
around
feel
on
like
us.
I'm boxing in the show. I just don't want to talk about my parents. Everything else, we'll put it out there.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm fine not talking about your parents. I don't care. I don't think we've talked. When was the last time we talked about your parents?
Yesterday,
For how long?
maybe 2 minutes.
No fucking way. We talked about your parents for 2 minutes yesterday.
We
No
had
chance.
a
It was a joke or
conversation
two,
about
maybe,
in vitro fertilization.
Okay. When? During a commercial read?
No,
When?
it was in the show yesterday.
And what was the joke?
I don't
Was it?
know.
Would you say it was? Would you say? I know. Would you say it was pretty satirical? Considering I've never met your parents, I know.
That's what I
nothing
was
about-
trying to say.
I know
Yeah,
nothing
we don't know your
about
parents,
them.
so yeah.
No,
Sure, your
it
parents
was.
are wonderful people, and your step parents seem like they're nice people too. Seems like they're all happily married. Like, I don't even understand. I don't get it. Like, what's there was nothing. Like, you want to lay out their biography, right? You don't want to do that.
That's what I don't
no
want to do.
problem.
Okay.
But I think within the even that yesterday, you understand. In Benjamin understands. We're not actually talking about your parents because I don't fucking know who they are. They could be anybody.
Yeah, of course.
In vitro, I don't know what the fucking your parents are. Like, how would I even understand what context? It's a joke. You're there. We have an established history with that, so we use it as a joke. It's a comedy. I know it's under sports and recreation. This is a comedy show. We've had a lot of laughs the last 20 minutes. This is as we'll find out later too. This is a comedy show. Like, we're not really talking about your parents.
The fuck up
Right.
on my part was being just too honest about my family. That's all.
What is
And
it?
I could have communicated. That's Kingpin Pete.
Well, tell him to hold on for 2 minutes. I'm gonna go home. They're gonna leave me alone. Another idiot. Can Kingpin Pete? Is he smart enough to set up our PD? Well, I don't even know. Is he our PD or is he our vice? Is he the general manager? Ben, what is his title?
He doesn't have a title.
Okay,
He's just
so-
my brother.
Sounds like he's a program director. So maybe we can set him up for something and put him in the Clinkerino for a while. Is that possible? Tell Pete to stay out for a minute. Stay out for a minute. Hold on. 1 second. Pete. 1 second. Jesus, that guy was in jail.
He looks like a Kingpin Pete.
Can you see him? Are you ready to dry him today, Mike, or no?
Yeah, I'll draw him.
Good. Now I'm exhausted. I'm so fucking pissed off. I'm so pissed off at you. I'm legitimately pissed off, and I can tell that you're uncomfortable, right?
I mean, I was
Your hands
expecting
are crossed.
this.
Your face is red.
I was
you're
expecting
uncomfortable.
this.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was.
Based
I
on
knew
what?
as soon as I tried to make anything and not bring anything on the air, the first thing you were going to do is say, "This is uncomfortable. This builds tension. Let's put it out."
Why
there.
wouldn't you call me and say, "Hey, this makes me uncomfortable"? We're going to talk about it anyway, inevitably on the air. Have this conversation.
We have more of like a texting relationship.
No. But this is bigger, and I would have more respect if you said, "Hey, I have this," and I talked to my brother, and he said this, so we're going to do this.
Okay.
And
That's
by the way,
fair.
if there's,
That's
not, if
fair.
there's not a fucking Ben Robinson parody account by 12:30 today, then we might as well all fucking quit. That's what I would say. Is he gonna be okay with
Critiques
that?
every
Or,
show.
Is he gonna be okay with that or no?
I think he'll be fine with
You
that.
sure? I don't
Yes.
want to upset Ben. Ben's important. He's Bronze Star, right?
Yes.
What did he get his Bronze Star for?
Iraq.
No, but what did he do? What did
Acts of valor.
yeah. Was he? He's like the guy in Good Morning Vietnam who controls a radio and like gets Robin Williams fired. That's what he did over in Iraq. There was this wacky Iraqi DJ.
Yeah.
The American guy, and Ben was like, I do not like these fucking jokes. General, let's get this fucking guy off the air. Okay, this is offensive. I don't like it. Boom. And they said, here's your gold star, correct? Does he have any kills?
We don't talk about it.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Jesus.
There's a lot-
fucking-
No,
Jesus
I'm just
fucking
saying, no,
Christ.
he's never.
Jesus fucking
I
Christ.
assume yes.
I give up. Obviously,
he saw action. He saw
Ben,
action,
so
but
Ben
it's
is
not
now
like-
also off topic. Okay.
No,
so
he's not-
mom,
he's not off
Dad.
topic.
So we have four. We have four confirmed people.
I'm
off
just
topic,
te- I-
right?
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm trying to for the show going forward make sure who we can't talk about.
We've never talked about the people that he killed.
We have four people who are off topic, correct?
No, just my parents.
Not the step parents.
Just my parents.
So we could talk about your step parents banging each other and filming sex videos and get load shot in their face and stuff like that.
I'll put it this way: you could say
No,
you
no,
could
no,
say
but
whatever
I
you
wanna
want.
know what makes-
I'm not
I
going to
wanna
talk
make
about my
you- I wanna know
parents.
what makes you- that's
You
a-
could say
are
whatever
they-
you want about my parents. I'm not going to talk.
I'm
about
not
my
talking
parents.
about your parents. I'm asking who was off topic. If you tell me right now my step parents also makes me uncomfortable, then we'll move away from them going forward. I need to know.
I would not. I'm not going to talk about my step parents or my
Jesus,
parents. Is that
okay.
fine?
I'm saying both. That makes you uncomfortable.
Yes.
Okay, fine, great. Who else?
That's it.
Okay, it is 7:49 when you say that nobody else. 7:49 on June 28th. Mark that. That we can't talk about anybody else. Everybody else is fine.
Yes.
Okay, Mike, do you believe that's the last time we'll have a conversation like that? Given we are now 10 shows, not even 10 shows in.
I
and
don't know. Steve could go one of two ways here. He could be scared of this ever happening again and just go over the top talking about everything.
Not going to happen.
Or
Not gonna
yeah,
happen.
it will happen again then.
Not going to happen. Okay, so all right, so we're having Kingpin Pete in here now.
Yes.
That'll be
Get Roman.
That'll be
Is
fun.
that okay or no? We could talk. We can. He's a convict.
No, I was lying about that. I lied
Were
about
you,
a lot of stuff.
one of your fucking
yeah,
lies
I
again?
made it up.
Is
yeah.
he lying too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
Is Ben okay with having him on or no? Can we
Yes.
call? I'm not doing. Can you text him real quick and check? Because I'm not doing the show. I don't feel comfortable without his guidance and his knowledge all the years he's entertained people, all the ratings he's gotten, all the support, all the love, until I know he's comfortable with it, I'm not fucking doing the show. He's like, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys?
Yep.
You know that whole story or no?
I know he's crazy. I don't know.
He's crazy. So he had a shrink who basically took over his life, made all his decisions. That's kind of who I want Ben to be for me, because I have such respect for his guidance and his instincts for what works and doesn't work. I need to know if he's okay with this. I'm not trying to be. I think you think I'm being a jerk. I'm not. I really need to know.
Well, he just doesn't like you cursing on the show. Could we tone that down?
He doesn't like that. Does he like the poopy talk?
No, he doesn't like
the pee-pee,
no blue humor.
the pee pee wee wee stuff. He
No.
doesn't like that.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Good. Well, I just need to know. I need to know what's going forward here.
Did you see, somebody sent this to the show account, but I guess, have you talked about the big jab in Maine before? I guess, do they hate you for some reason? What do they
The
hate
morning
you for?
guys do. The morning guys are the two biggest cunts of all time.
Oh,
Oh, right, because the spring training thing.
Yeah,
Right? Yep.
total humorless twat bags.
Okay.
I would say, yeah.
So
What were you
the-
saying, Mike? I'm sorry.
It seems they feel that way of you as well.
Oh,
as-
no,
and
is
one
that
of-
true?
And one of your coworkers.
Yeah, so this is
Oh.
this is the afternoon show, Mannix and Mannix. Believe
Hold
it.
on. There's two Mannixes in the afternoon?
There's
That's right.
Who are these guys?
Middays, Mannix, Jeff
Let me see.
Mannix and somebody else.
Are they on
Yeah.
right now? It's midday.
Yeah, we could give them a call if you'd
Maybe
like.
we will after this.
Yeah.
Mannix.
If they ever ask Chris Mannix as a guest, mayhem
Mannix.
ensues.
Oh, it always does with him. Mannix and Mannix, big jab. Let me see these guys. The Mannix brothers.
That's right.
These are not the guys I dealt with down there.
No,
Oh,
this
maybe
is-
they were.
This is middays.
The whole station hates you.
These motherfuckers went and picked up Final Four. They did the whole bracket. Let me see here. Brothers Jeff and Taylor Mannix will embark on a new sports talk show in Portland. Okay. Trying to, I don't think I've ever heard of these guys. This one guy grew up in Presque Isle.
Oh, wow.
Let me see here. I'll follow in the footsteps of my grandfather, Harold Glidden, who called high school basketball on the radio in Aroostook County for 30 years.
Big footsteps to fill.
That's not easy. And it's bizarre to write that he's a fan of child pornography. He wrote this in his bio
In the bio?
on the Jesus
Someone's got to
Christ.
vet this thing.
Wow. Jeez, big jab indeed. All right, let me hear this.
So they talk about their hatred of Portnoy, but then it gets into you a little bit.
Oh, what that be? Jeez, that's not fair.
Like Portnoy, you and I could both agree on. We can do without.
Yeah.
Like if he left Barstool, I wouldn't be that upset. You know what I mean? If he kind of stepped back and wasn't
Yeah.
a frontal thing, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Because I don't like Barstool.
I gotta hate voices like this. I know I've said this for forever. I hate voices like this.
I think it's pretty interesting. It wouldn't
Just
affect his life.
Screaming
Day of
about nothing. He sounds like that idiot from Pittsburgh who I hate, the one who made up the Sandusky thing about pimping out kids. What's his name?
life. Oh, Ziegler?
No, the guy he blows Ric Flair. Mark Madden.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
man.
Guys like
Oh,
that.
oh, oh,
He's just
oh.
like just a big loud with no brains. Go ahead.
I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Because I don't go
Hold
to
on.
Barstool.
The Portnoy, I mean, this has got to be devastating, the Portnoy.
It's devastating.
I think he thinks about it a lot.
I would think this has got to hurt him.
Yes.
Wait, which is this Taylor or Jeff?
This is Jeff.
You know this?
Yes. I
How do you know that?
Jeff is the older one because later in this segment he complains about how Barstool disrupted the industry and it fucked him.
Which was very bad.
That hurt Jeff Mannix?
That hurt
did.
Jeff Mannix. Yes.
Dave, that's why I regret resigning. I love the company. I love Barstool, but had I known in negotiations that they had ruined Jeff Mannix's career in Aroostook County, I certainly would have said to Dave, listen, we've all done well here. Let's call it a day so Jeff Mannix can be back in the business.
Please stop what you're doing.
Jeff
Barstool
Mannix.
Sports.
Dave, this episode will be titled Mannix and Mannix. There we go. Go ahead.
Care.
Yeah.
Because I don't go
Like
to Barstool
he
for
and
him.
Minahan are a perfect combination to me because I can't stand either one.
Wasn't it hysterical when Minahan...
Take that, you bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. He and Minahan are the perfect pair. Yeah.
Well, you'll hear they have a devastating blow to you.
I can't
Well,
stand
it
either
was,
one.
wasn't it hysterical when Minahan left? And of course, they signed him instantly.
Of
They went
course.
right to him,
Hold on.
gave him a...
Why is that hysterical?
I laughed a lot about it.
Do you know how much bigger I am in the business that he was in than they are? I don't mean to be an asshole.
That's what makes it such a humorous situation.
But what are we doing here? I could go back to radio tomorrow and be the biggest radio personality in America. This guy, what is hysterical about Barstool saying this guy's got a loyal, what's hysterical about that?
Signed him instantly.
Of
They went
course.
right to him, gave him a podcast.
Can I get the other man? Is there a third Mannix brother who's quiet and thoughtful? Like, are Mama and Dad Mannix this fucking annoying?
The Zeppo Marks.
Yeah, that's what I
The
mean, right?
Mannix brothers.
Is there like is there like the third Mannix brother who's like working for the NIH or something? You know, he's like who's like just so annoyed with these two? Oh my God.
You got to admit, though, think about it from a listener's perspective. You left EEI, as you remember.
All right, okay, that's funny so far. All right, I got you.
And then, as I recall,
Yeah.
pretty quickly thereafter, you signed with Barstool Sports.
Same day.
Just thinking about it.
That's not hysterical. That's more like witty. Like it's not like
Yes, a humorist would appreciate
yeah.
that.
I just slapped my knee. That kind of thing.
It is, when you think about it, it is pretty funny.
Can you just hear is it just bitterness? I never understand it. What do I ever do to these guys?
I get. What would the implication be there? That you're racist or something, and so
I
is Barstool?
guess. Yeah. But like what? I don't even understand. They're on right now.
They're on right now.
We're gonna call them after this. Go ahead.
Cast, they
Right.
did all that, which again, for them, that fits their what they want to
Oh
do.
yeah, no,
and-
that's totally on brand for Barstool.
Well,
totally.
and I mean, we talked about it, right? Capitalism. They understood that Minahan has a cult following.
yeah.
So they realized, hey, let's make some money on it.
That is pretty funny.
Wow,
Indeed.
that's hysterical.
It's pretty funny when.
So wait a minute. They
operations
sat
do
around. And they
things.
said, "Well, if we pay Kirk this amount of money, and he brings in this audience, and we make this much from advertising, and this much, we may make more money than we're paying him.
That's right.
We should probably do that."
I mean, just
What a
recently,
hysterical thought that is.
I had a couple huge laughs recently. The other day, when we were making fun of Little Jack, I cried laughing. And also, I heard Joe Buck is
Joe Buck.
Joe Buck's going to Amazon. I mean, ESPN.
Oh, there you go, Mike.
It's pretty funny.
You nailed it.
He's switching companies.
Almost.
They all hit Mike. Mannix, and Geary. 10 to 2. Could you do that show like we used to say with the other shows? 10 to 2. Mannix and Mannix. Nice salary. Can never complain about
I
it.
found out last night that I can't talk to a radio guy. Like, I just have no interest in it, apparently.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Patreon.com/BuyMike. We'll talk
Yes,
about it in
thank
a
you.
second. So is that all from those guys?
That's
or no?
all this shit talk on you, but he then goes on to bitch about.
Oh, I want to hear
Barstool.
this. Yeah. So this is Jeff.
This is
Well,
Jeff.
hold on. Let me look up Jeff Mannix for a second here. Jeff Mannix.
Let me know if you see Syracuse in his resume.
You feel like he's one of those guys?
I don't know, somewhere like
They
that.
all are.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe Emerson, something
oh,
like
here's Jeff Mannix right here. Okay. This is what I was reading his bio before.
Is he related to Chris?
Last
said
paragraph. Pay attention, Dave.
No, he said that.
I have always been inspired by our state motto. Dirgo, D-I-R-I-G-O. That's why I wish Steve was here so he could mock me. Translated from Latin, it means I lead.
Ah.
I apply it in my own life, but also try to live that self-chosen credo through my work. If we take pride in who we are and everything we do, there is nothing we can't achieve as a state.
It's
No
true.
matter where my career takes me, if I am able to build recognition and pride in the sports community here in Maine, then I view that as a giant success.
I think that's the name of the episode.
What
Dare
an-
go.
What an asshole. What an asshole. Hockey quickly became his favorite sport. You know that? So there you go.
Good guy.
Yeah. And I wasn't organizing my adult family members for game shows. What the fuck is he talking about?
Organizing. What does that mean?
What is he, like Family Feud host?
Like picking who he would have on game shows?
Hopefully like Ray Combs. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is Jeff's core issue with Dave.
Yes.
Okay.
Part of this
By the
is
way, new war. Is Jeff Mannix big enough? I think yes. For the clown nose T-shirt, I would say for sure. Don't you think?
Well, it's going to
I'll
really
text
rub
Dave.
Portnoy the wrong way.
The second weirdest text Dave gets from me this week. Dave, Jeff Mannix, clown shirt, yes or no? That if Dave was like, fuck yeah!
Just say, Jeff Mannix, question mark?
Fuck him! All right, let me hear Jeff.
part of this is, I think kind of where they came in because these blogs in sports all
Hold on.
started kind
This guy's like younger than me, I think, right?
He sounds fairly young.
Dave, why are you laughing, Dave?
I'm not laughing.
Oh, so you're bobbing your head up and down.
Oh, just
What-
moving.
How old is he? He's not old, right?
I feel like he's got to be probably like late 30s.
He's saying these blogs?
Yeah.
The blogs were kind of new when I was coming out of
Yeah, but
college.
but like that's something like Jerry would say, or
Yeah,
like you know.
Right. Like we came up with it.
I remember we had the company wide or the like website. It was John and Jerry's last time they beat Touch and Rich in the book, and it was after they were like manager was really trying to get them to use Twitter, and they signed up for Twitter and all that. They didn't use it a lot. I wish Jerry still did that, but and they won their last book. And Jerry sent it. So it was an email from Wolf congratulating the morning show, whatever, for winning. And Jerry sent a reply all to everybody, which is everybody on the website and all the on-air people. And it's like, yeah, somehow we managed to do it without Twitter.
Why is that funny?
It's a good question, Jer.
What was that, Jerry?
Why is that funny?
All right, go ahead, Jeff.
In sports all started kind of right about when I was getting into the industry myself. And it really disrupted the industry. So for somebody who basically
Has no
was
talent?
coming into the industry thinking there was one set of rules, and then all of a sudden those rules got upended, and by the way, hurt me professionally because of that.
Blogs?
That hurt me professionally.
That's right.
So no, I'm not a fan of them.
Oh, you got to call this
Not
guy.
at all.
Dave
Let's go.
Portnoy took the bread out of my mouth.
With his blogs?
And
I was going to
Portnoy
host a
is-
show called Guess That Ass. What the fuck?
You should have heard my take on skinny jeans.
Oh, my God. Blackout Tour 2015 was going to be wild with the Mannix brothers.
I had Tom Brady's entire family knew I was going to
Tom
post.
Brady Sr.'s penis all over the place.
This motherfucker ruined me.
We need the Mannix brothers in the van. All right, do we have a number for these guys?
We got the hotline.
The big jab. Let's talk to the Mannix brothers. They're on right now.
I believe so.
Marc-Andre Fleury is an automatic upgrade by like 10 with what
the
they
same
have
passion.
in net with the Edmonton Oilers right now. So that seems to me to be
Oh, I could
an
listen to this all
obvious,
day.
but Fleury's going to be a factor somewhere here at this trade deadline, which is now less than a week away.
Yeah, I can see how
and
I can see how Portnoy
kinda
really fucked this guy's career
talk
path.
about the heating
NHL
up
trade
thing
deadline.
here from an hour ago sent to me on our Mannix and Mannix Instagram page at the Mannix Brothers if you guys want to follow us and send messages there.
Don't send any messages, guys.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
An hour ago, the Bruins have reportedly gotten back into interest for the Coyotes defenseman Jacob Chikrin.
What?
Offer on the table. The
They're
word
interested.
is that
They're just
it was
interested.
not as bad as originally feared, which has kind of, I think, sparked that conversation back. But
Trade deadline hasn't happened
I
yet?
mean,
Seems
we've
awfully
talked
late.
about him a lot on the
In
show.
hockey?
I think
Yeah.
that is a good
Yeah, we got a few
option
more
for the
days.
Bruins to go get if they're not going to have
Fucking
to give
idiot.
him a
You
lot,
know that?
right? And I mean,
Coming down
the
to it, huh?
Coyotes are selling.
Jesus, Mike, you don't know
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Playoff time.
Coyotes are definitely
Yeah,
selling.
and I mean, it is interesting that they want to trade away such a young piece. Although the thing is this rebuild in Arizona is going to take some time. It's not going to be.
These guys are talking about
This
the
guy-
Phoenix Coyotes on a main radio show?
Just close your eyes for a second. Can you not heal Feidelberg in this guy a little bit?
So I can see moving on and trying to get more assets for him. But yeah, so maybe some good news for you Bruins fans that want another defenseman because I think Chikrin could be a real nice piece.
Oh,
if
man.
they end up
And
bringing him
he's
in.
young, so you keep
Yeah,
him
he's like
around.
23.
Right? Yeah, so you probably
What's
re-sign him.
today?
to keep
Oh,
him around with,
well, we'll keep waiting. But I
uh,
like Incest Thursday where they fuck each other.
You know what I mean?
That's my
And there
favorite
you
segment.
go.
they
You
do.
fix a little bit of a problem defensively for not just this year, but at least maybe the next couple. Not a bad option there. And as you mentioned last night, it was nice to see him gut it out. It was
Who
fun to
answers the
get
phones
that
here? What
win.
the hell's going on?
Probably they do.
And again, that three
Oh, you're
man
right. They
line
probably
there
do.
for Grizzlies,
So we got to hold
that
on.
was Taylor Hall, those three. They
Oh,
can,
yeah.
when they get clicking like that, they're
Oh.
fun to watch.
No,
Plus
they
one
most
there.
certainly are. Let's go back to the phone lines. Middays with Mannix and Mannix here on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you're live to tape. This is Kirk Minahan. How are you boys doing?
For real?
Yes, for real.
What's going on?
Well, I was.
The tone's changed.
Well, we just played the sound on my show. Where you were awfully critical of my work. I'm confused as to why. Oh, you said that it was hilarious when Barstool signed me. Is that what was, Mike, or hysterical?
Hysterical.
What was so hysterical about it? It seemed like a sound business decision at the time. Like, what was the? And Jeff, we went through your history and why you're so angry at Dave, and certainly we understand with the invention of blogs. But what was the issue with me necessarily?
Mostly that you've been a jackass to people on air for years.
Like who? Like what do you mean? Like what? Like how so?
How so? Ridiculous questions.
Like when though? Which one is this? Is this Jeff or is this the younger brother?
It's Jeff.
Jeff, which point when I was being a jackass? Which ridiculous question upset you so much?
too many to name.
Well, name one, Jeff. Just give me one.
Humor us.
Yeah, just for my own sake.
Considering this is our show, goodbye, Kirk.
Fuck you!
Oh, Jeffy!
What was the one you used to do with the, what was it? You've been knocked out? What was
You've
it?
been knocked out.
What was that from?
Jerry wanted to do that on your show.
That's right. KO! Wow, you got to tweet out, Dave. We just got knocked out by the Mannix brothers. Consider it's our show. See you later, motherfucker.
Yeah, you asked me a question I don't have an answer for. Well, look what I do.
By the way, Jeff, there's like 7,000 examples, you idiot.
Too many to name.
God. Well,
That is, I mean, it's a study on radio right there, where he's
Yeah.
like, hey, "You're being a total jackass." Like that's this tough guy.
well, I like the first thing. We're like, hey, yeah, what's up, buddy?
Okay.
We got to call him back, Dave.
Well, they're not going to be fooled this time.
They have
Yeah,
some
I mean,
screening process.
I got to call from a different number.
Yeah, call from a
Hang
different
on.
number.
Oh, there you
hang
go.
on.
By the way, Mannix brothers, get ready. We are going to ruin you now.
You seem reinvigorated.
Oh, well, I mean, my bad mood is a good thing now because now I just want these guys are so fuckwithable now. It is unbelievable.
I was being sarcastic. I didn't think the Big Jab didn't have a call screener.
They literally don't have a call. Like they have no.
No, they just said you're on the air.
Yeah, and Dave pointed. I was like, oh, they must already have calls like banked or something. Give him a call. Different number.
Different number.
All right. Basically, because you've been the jackass on the air the whole time.
Appreciate all of the Twitter follows.
Oh, you
and
sure
They
will.
go right to you.
Smack talk that we'll probably get now out of this, since I'm sure he's probably insulting us right now on the air.
Absolutely
or
not.
probably more
Ridiculous.
appropriately insulting me.
Well, and it's all right too, because someone like me who's a vet, I've been to basic training, so anything that he would have to say
Albright.
to us and anything that his fans would have to say, probably I've heard before.
Yeah, indeed. Middays
What?
with Mannix and Mannix.
In war?
Yo, what's up? Too bad, you can't tell if it's a Twitter verified Minahan Cullen or not. But to be honest, being asked that question, I wouldn't have had an answer for him either for what offensive, stupid thing, because every time he talked, I just stopped listening. I wouldn't remember anything that he said.
Fuck!
Because
Burning
I
you
literally
left
had
and
to
right.
stop
Fuck.
listening to radio stations because that guy just agitated me so much. Like, me remembering one thing that he said would have meant that I, actually cared.
How did we get so many listeners? I never understand that. Hello.
Oh, he's back.
What's up, guys? So go
Hello.
ahead. So you had your time.
No,
What-
no. I did find I did find an example. What was with sending one of your producers into a Morning Jab interview with Dan Shaughnessy?
Oh, I'm happy to answer
On
that.
air.
I'm happy to
Please.
I'm happy to
Please.
answer that. And first of all, much like you, I certainly use the state motto of Maine as my thing every day. I lead. So as a leader, I had my guy go in
Bro,
because
you wouldn't last a day in the Army. You're not a leader.
well, first of
You're-
all,
you're a
first of
loser.
all,
You're
first
a
of all,
little man
first
who
of all,
likes to
first
come
of
on
all,
the shows and make
first
fun
of
of
all,
people
two
and you're
words,
not that
two
funny.
words, two
Your
words,
stick is
two
so
words,
old, bro.
stolen valor,
Your stick is so
stolen
old, bro.
valor. You never served a day in the military. We all know that. That's fine.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh,
He
of course.
actually has
Okay.
Purple Hearts from Afghanistan.
Oh, please,
Please.
You're telling me Afghanistan was a real war? That was a government propaganda. What are you talking about?
Man,
Really?
wow,
Yes.
this is fun. I hope you're recording this.
is the road
We
you're
are
going
recording
down
it.
now?
That's fun.
You guys think it was a real war?
Oh,
Well,
man. Is this
considering
where
he
you're going?
served
Oh,
there.
and planes flew in the
Going down with a bunch
buildings,
of
right?
Afghan- you realize a bunch of Afghan and Iraq vets listen to the show, too.
Oh shit! Really?
Just
See,
cut
that's
'em up.
good. We're
him
on
up.
radio.
Wow.
What happened?
Oh.
They kept saying like you're on radio.
We were on radio. Oh, I said shit. We're on radio. I
Yes,
forgot we're on
yes.
radio.
Oh, did you curse?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. guys. Sorry.
I was like, were they pretending you? I didn't even notice it.
What was I going to say? Yes, I'm pretty sure that gentleman probably fought in the war. I think we're having some fun, but that's okay.
Now,
These
what are your
guys-
thoughts on Afghanistan? Real or fake?
Totally. It's like the moon landing. Totally staged. I like that he thinks that I care that they have veterans listening to their show.
Listen here, buddy. Also, I like that he's like, well, I went through basic training, and a lot of times they send us gifts of our dead dogs. So
I also
been
like.
trained in this.
I also think it's weird that like, I mean, the whole thing is weird, but like, all these stupid things I said in the interviews on the air, and that we send an intern in during the morning jab interview is what that is what it comes down to. They talk to those morning guys.
And he was like, I found it. So I assumed, obviously, Aaron Andrews or something was coming out of his
that
mouth.
seems pretty easy.
Yeah.
Jeez, that guy.
That was a program director running into the studio to give him that, basically. Like,
Sure,
that was
but
the
that's
that was the
fine.
morning guy. Yeah.
that's
he went
fine.
after the morning jab.
Let me say, I am sure that gentleman fought in the war, though I am not sure there's ever been a war.
That's an interesting
Yes.
dynamic, though.
Well, I'm just saying. The Mannix brothers are bringing it today. I like these guys.
And I'm saying this right now. Dave Portnoy, you can offer me $50 million to be on your platform. The answer is no.
This is live, Dave?
No.
Oh.
$50 million.
Call back. We'll make the offer right now.
On behalf of
New
Dave.
number, Dave. Yeah.
There you go. New number?
A new number. We'll call a third.
Dave, you're going to laugh at this, but someone just accepted a $50 million offer.
Dave, I made the offer for the company. I just felt like it was going to happen. I like these guys like, do you know this is being recorded? I'm like, yeah, I know the reward was real, you morons.
You're just driving around Maine.
What happened, Dave?
I don't think they shut down their phone lines, but I tried to do *67. So.
Oh, try a different number.
Let's see.
How many numbers does this guy have?
Millions.
I got to figure out a different number.
They have millions of Afghan listeners, veterans listening to this thing.
Them saying they're recording is as if they thought like you're just a listener. Could they
calling.
found their personal number? I guess I don't know.
I like these guys. What are the odds? They seem humorless. Is there any way we bring them around?
Yes.
Will the Mannix brothers be at a live main show in 2022?
I don't know about that, but the fact that when you called, they were like, "Hey, man," leaves me thinking on some level they're a fan of yours.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, that was.
I think the other guy.
They
might
were
be.
scared. I think they were scared.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why he'd be scared. The guy fought basic training.
Right.
He had Purple Hearts.
Yeah.
Stole them, but still.
I really love that when you're yelling that the Afghanistan war was fake, and they're like, "What? You? No, it wasn't."
I just love that's the way radio people think. They're like, you can't say that. It's not. It's
what? Kirk, no. You're incorrect.
9/11 was real.
I think they blocked us, or they shut down their phone lines because I had busy signal for 3 numbers.
These guys are now in a world of that they don't even understand, except for the guy who went to basic training.
Yes.
The other Mannix brother, I think, is in trouble.
Well, they have their soldiers too. You heard the guy that said, "I can't even listen to him when I."
Yeah, I understand that, and there are a lot of people who feel that way. I have no problem with that. There are some people who like listening.
They're in commercial break. All right.
Well, see if they'll pick up. Oh, they
wouldn't.
They blocked the lines totally.
I think they
Or
took
shut them down
Yeah,
or
they
something.
shut them down. Yeah.
I mean, I put it this way: I've never been to anywhere called Afghanistan. I'm
You
just
don't even
saying.
think the country exists.
I don't.
Never mind the war.
I mean, Afghan. That's a silly name. I know what an Afghan is.
No, Kirk, you can't. Dave, cut that out. Turn this guy's mic off. He's bonkos.
Like, how does something get like through Earth and onto the moon? It's ridiculous.
There's plenty of technology that would suggest. it's
Absolutely
possible.
not. Oh God.
KFC I can do without.
Well, we all feel that way. See, it's just something we can bond on right here. These guys will be at a live show.
You think so?
Yeah. I think we're gonna. Although we may break these guys the next couple of days.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get better.
I think tomorrow's gonna be a rough day for the Mannix brothers. I think.
They don't seem particularly playful. It's going to be a Jim and Marjorie thing where like you don't have to lie.
Can we get the name of the? Can we call the program? Can we call W? I want to talk to the program director. We've been harassed by them on the air.
Get an office line.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to the program. I'm just trying to make points here. You know.
Okay.
I'd like to file a complaint. That seems reasonable. Doesn't it?
We do have a business line.
All right, good. Who's the program director?
Doesn't say. I have the advertising sales manager.
That would be good.
You want to call him instead?
Yeah.
I just like to picture the group text with Dave and Erica that made the offer, $50 million. We got the Mannix brothers.
There's Taylor Mannix. In his bio, it says, quote, U.S. Army vet. I'll just say.
Pretty cool.
Hello, Atlantic Coast Radio.
Hi, I'd like to speak to your program director, please.
He has gone for the day. I can get you to my general manager.
That would be helpful. Thank you. Yes, you're live to tape. This is Kirk Minahan. I need to speak to them about the Mannix brothers. I've been harassed. I'd like to speak to them, please.
Yeah, I heard that. You're not being harassed.
Oh, really?
What?
Really?
You gonna take it up with me now, tough guy?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am, tough guy. What do you want me to do about it?
They've been lying about Afghanistan. Get them on the horn.
What a station. What a business.
They are some tough guys there, though.
Take it up with me. Tough guy.
Who was that?
I have no idea.
The guy that answers phones.
You know what? He's got their backs, though.
He does.
That's what soldiers do.
Oh,
not
yeah, I heard that wise guy.
Oh, really? So why can't we talk to the general manager then?
That's my favorite part, is that they all think they've like bested you in something you aren't aware of.
I'm getting flooded with messages from Army vets in the Portland area. Oh my God. What a world.
Of course Lincoln was really shot. Why would you think otherwise?
Oh, you think? You won't believe that. That's fine. You ever wonder why John Wilkes Booth was an actor? Maybe he was giving a performance that night?
What's great about that is, too, they probably have, if they're not fans of yours, they probably have some delusion that you're like a right-wing conspiracy nut
sure.
or something.
Oh, yeah.
So that is fun. That adds an element of fun.
No,
to it.
I don't think they think of you. I think they think more barstool sexists. I think they get that mentality.
No, this guy is
Right,
just,
maybe.
it's just pure, that guy's just pure, you heard his thing about Dave, just pure bitterness.
Yeah.
Well, fucking blogs ruin the industry.
They did. Yeah, it was really good. You know what I liked best was newspapers. I liked waiting the next day for a story.
And the invention of blogs and podcasts definitely limited the amount of people that could do this as a
Absolutely.
profession.
Absolutely.
Rather than the fact that...
Yes, I'm sure if there were no blogs, Jeff Mannix right now would probably be the biggest media personality in the country.
I would
Top
think so.
3, I would have to say.
He was on his way.
Simply Safe protects your home around the clock, the whole home, every door, window, and room. Ready to dispatch police, firefighters, or EMTs to your house with a comprehensive set of sensors and cameras, including the all-new wireless outdoor security. Call these guys back, Dave. We'll talk to them in a minute. You always know what's going on inside and outside your home. There's never a long-term contract. You can even try it for 60 days risk-free to see if you like it. If you don't, send it back free of charge. They protect over 1 million homes in the United States alone. I use it. I think, we've told you about this long enough. If you want to make your home safe, it's one thing you don't have to make one less worry in your life. Do it. Go to simplysafe.com right now /Kirk. SIMPLISAFE.com/Kirk. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. Go to simplysafe.com/Kirk. Simplysafe.com/Kirk. All right, let's call this guy back.
Oh, the office line, actually, right?
Office line, yeah. Hello. Hello. Are you calling now?
Yep.
Come on, Logic playing against this guy too, the general manager.
As you should.
Hello, Atlantic Coast Radio.
Hi, I'd like to talk to general manager, please.
Hold on just a moment, please.
Thank you. Same guy?
I think so. Oh, he's on to you.
God, he's crafty.
Oh,
Wait,
he
no, I
got
think
you
you just
again.
got transferred.
Oh,
Got transferred.
okay.
Oh.
I'm not seeing another. Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, live tape. Is this the general manager of the station?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kirk Minahan. Look, I had a thing with the Mannix brothers earlier, and we had some fun on the air, but I got to tell you, obviously, you probably don't know me, Kirk Minahan. I've had some mental issues. You got to help me, man. I don't want the Mannix brothers in my life. These guys are dangerous. I feel bad now that I sort of did this. How can we make this better for everyone? Because these guys are scaring me.
Okay. By the way, my name is John.
John, hello.
Hi, Dan Hoganston is my last name. I am the general manager.
Okay.
So I've been here for 18 years, so
Mhm.
so I'm very familiar with your show on EEI and what it's done and how good it was.
Thank you. I mean, these guys are some bad hombres, man. I can't have it. I mean, they're calling me a doofus and a jackass, and these are harmful words. These are words. I mean, John, what are we doing? These are dangerous guys. There's not a third Mannix.
I'm sorry.
There's not a third Mannix brother, is there? If there is, I'll be triply terrified.
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with what they said. I mean, I know that something came up on the air yesterday.
John, it was just John again, live the tape, but again, it was. Here's the word I would use, and I don't like it. Hateful. It shook me to my core. To my core, John. My core is shaking.
Okay. Well, I will ask them to desist.
Yeah, thank you. All right, thank you, John. Goodbye. And that's how radio works, Mike.
Thank you, John.
By the way, I just felt like Bob Murchison for the first time.
I was gonna say.
Also, get ready for the Kurt, but you just did with that.
I said live the tape, right?
You did
twice.
Okay. Twice. Yeah. I mean, good, because you can't have that kind of, hateful talk. We just talked to John, and John will talk to them and tell them to cease and desist. Correct?
I would imagine so.
He said desist, did he not?
I would hope so. That would be
That
great.
is legally.
If they can't bring it up.
That is legally binding. I'm going to get my attorneys on the case. If they speak negatively of me, I will sue them and finally own a small radio company in Maine.
If you just talk about them every day and they're not allowed because of a complaint,
I would
you
never do that.
Diabolical.
John's a fan.
Yeah, he was. He knows how good your show was.
He sounded terrified, like, oh, God.
Would you consider, if it comes down to it, throwing your hat in the ring and saying, I'll work for this, I'll replace Mannix and Mannix for $1 less than they're making?
I will say this. We'll call Mannix Brothers right now, and I will say, put this all aside. I will host a show with the Mannix Brothers one day, next week, in their station.
All right.
I'll go up to Maine and do a show with them.
Do you think they'll allow that?
They better, because there's a desist. I will own them if they don't.
Right. Punitive damages.
Wait for tomorrow. What do you think of that, Dave? Would you go up and produce? Can we do a show with the Mannix Brothers?
A little simulcast?
Sure. We'll have to
Yeah.
keep
I mean,
it
they don't
clean.
have a producer, so I could help out in that department, actually.
That's true. They don't have a producer, do they?
Yeah, no.
Huh. I was like, John, how many more jokes do I have to make here?
Like the guy on the prank caller. You were like, do I keep going with this?
My core is shaking, John.
John, things take time. Mark Moroso.
Quarterback. Did he broke his back or something?
That's correct.
Tennis or something? Feel like you're a good man?
Well, that was fun.
I should call him next and make a complaint about Chipotle. Just be like, look, burritos. What can you do for me here?
Somebody sent me DEC's Yelp profile page.
Just all bitching or no?
32 pages of reviews.
No, is that true?
32 pages.
He's a Karen, huh?
Is that true?
I want to say there's maybe, it looks like about 10 per page.
All bitching or no?
No, he's given
hundreds of Yelp reviews.
No, he's given some good reviews.
Oh, that's
probably 50-50. Yeah.
Okay, so he's probably being honest then.
Yeah, Panera has to really smarten up though. Panera is
according to DC.
According to DC, that's correct.
Well, I mean, you can get bad Panera.
Well, bad service.
Good Panera is good, but bad Panera can be bad.
He was bringing that point to light.
Yeah.
To who?
The
people of Yelp.
I mean, nothing changed, but he brought it up to the managers. He brought it up to the people that work there, but nothing changed, unfortunately.
Panera's an odd one because
I'm sure that 17-year-old manager really gave a fuck.
But Panera's an odd one because does anyone not go to Panera based on a Yelp review? Like maybe a local business, but
I would never consider it for anything. I don't know. Do you? Do you look anything up before you go eat somewhere?
If me and the lady were looking for just a random restaurant, maybe.
Yeah.
Just ratings in general.
But I don't trust anyone's
1, 2, 3, 4 different 5 different Panera reviews.
No, but if you see a place with 50 reviews that all say the service was terrible or whatever,
right,
you might avoid it.
I would pay $25,000 cash right now to have video of this John guy going in and telling the Mannix Brothers they can't talk about him.
What did you say to Kirk Minahan?
What? He said, Purple Eyes, we'll play the sound. He said shit.
John, he said the war in Afghanistan didn't I served there.
He's a jackass.
I was there with my brothers in arms.
Look, the guy's shaking to the core, okay?
He told me that verbatim.
You speak about him, you're fired.
Not another word about Kirk Minahan.
These two guys do a vigil in Lexington this weekend.
You call the cops on them?
I won't. I'm in that black
everything.
truck. I'm going all in. I am going all in. I'm enjoying. Now I know where Bobby's coming from. I'm starting to get it now. Yeah, I like this.
It'll be great to do everything Murchison does while also making fun of them on a podcast.
Dave, do me a favor. One of those is get me all the advertisers from Mannix and Mannix. We're going to get to work on these guys one by one. Well, one, I guess, would be their advertising, but whatever it is.
You've just got clips of them talking about Marc-Andre Fleury.
Hello, Portland Plumbing. Unbelievable.
They have a busy show today, too. Jeez.
What they got?
Head coach of the South Portland boys basketball team, Coach Millie, is on at noon.
Okay, well.
And Mr. Maine basketball John Shea is on at 12:30.
Talking like high school kids?
I guess so, yeah.
Isn't the kid in school at this time? Is it lunch break?
Hey, he's kind of a big deal. He gets out when he wants.
I guess.
Is the Big Jab not a big sports station there? I feel like I've heard about it a lot. I thought it was the big one.
Probably because of this show.
Yeah,
I mean, how big can it's important? I mean, I don't mean to be like I don't like people are doing their jobs. That's fine, but like when they do that thing with bars, I hate that. That's like the Andy Gresh attitude. So like, we're gonna have these guys. The Mannix brothers are so in now. It's unbelievable. Like I mean, I would even say, Dave, at the start of the show today, when you tweet out, just say skip to the Mannix brothers. Honestly,
Yes.
like whenever that starts, just say the show really starts here.
Okay.
And we'll talk again about Milton's at some point because I thought that was before, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we love Milton, so there you go. Milton's. Go to Milton's right now. What were you gonna say, Mike?
I will say they're original in their Barstool take, though. I've never heard anyone say, like, my children don't have clothes because of Dave Portnoy's blogs.
This guy pretended to fight in a pretend war to fight against things like Barstool.
That's right.
Jeez.
Yes, the mythical war.
Are we going to get a Chaps Mannix team up here to fight us? I could see that.
That'd be great. Imagine if Chaps goes to... He said the war in Afghanistan wasn't real. I have audio of it.
I like to think as big of a cunt as Chaps is that he would understand the joke, but you never know.
I
don't
would
know.
think so, right?
Who knows? Who would even know?
We do have to make sure they hear your offer, though, because next week could be fantastic radio.
I would do a show with the Mannix brothers in 2 seconds. They're talented cats. I would, no problem. I mean, so it's midday?
Midday.
Yeah. Scoot up there. It starts at 10?
I believe so. 10 to 2, it seems like.
Easy peasy. Get Gary on the bus, and I can't do it Tuesday at library, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. My return to radio.
Very exciting.
While I'm trying to take them down through their advertisers at the same time.
Right. That's the real balancing act you're
Well,
gonna have.
we met with Murchison. These guys, I think at some point, I just picture Jeff Mannix like, we meet with this guy all the time. We give him what he wants. He's like 7 months in.
They're like, Kirk, why do you keep coming in on the air? You're like, well, that's Kirk Minahan, the broadcaster. Kirk Minahan, the man, is still very
I'm an
hurt
activist. What do
by
you
the
want me to
things
do?
you said.
Jeff Mannix just looking at the trains in the main area. Just destroyed by the whole thing.
Well, if you had any guts.
I don't understand. I don't get it. You've heard my take on this. I don't feel like he turns against his partner. His partner turns his back on him. Jeff takes a break.
I'm going to whatever their equivalent of radio.com.
His brother's like, yeah, I think his brother's voice changed. Like, yeah, wait, look, we hope he's back tomorrow. I went to a meeting. Jeff Mannix's best friend takes over for him. It fails.
Mannix starts tomorrow.
Yeah, Mother probably do it. It's a whole drama now.
Oh, very exciting.
Oh, this is the best thing in forever. This makes me happy. See, I love this show. I might resign today. For another 3 years. Malcolm, let me start with some stuff we agree with. Before we dig into the stuff we disagree with, I'm with you on this. I grew up as a huge Howard Stern fan. For Howard Stern to this champion of free speech for decades to be telling somebody they should be deplatformed off Twitter, to me is insane. Totally insane.
Well, let's talk about it rationally first. I don't think most people know this. It hasn't been made clear. Mr. Simpson posted a tweet yesterday after the Howard Stern show, and he said something. It's a little cryptic if you don't get it, but let me give you more detail about it. He talked about person.
Good.
He talked about person A, which was Howard Stern. Obviously, told person is basically saying person B should be banned from which is Simpson, of course, should be banned from a public platform.
Okay.
And then Mr. Simpson went on to say, years ago, person B was the one supporting person A's right to have that public platform. So let me give you some more detail about this.
Okay.
OJ Simpson was on the board of directors of a company called Infinity Broadcasting, Infinity something, I don't know, some kind of Infinity. And that is the owner of a bunch of radio shows back in the 80s and 90s, or radio broadcasts.
Correct.
Of which Stern was their biggest client.
Correct.
And stuff.
Infinity Broadcasting was Stern's. Yes. Yep. That's right.
Yeah, and I did some research on it. If you listen to Stern from some of his prior recordings, he kind of sounds like, well, OJ was just kind of like the token on it and the celebrity or token on it, and that was it. But that's not true. OJ was heavily involved in that, and OJ he went through with me in detail. It's OJ's story. If he wants to ever share it, he can do it, but I'll give you a summary. In detail, OJ was an active participant when Howard Stern was going through all those battles with the FCC and all these wacko groups that would try and get him off the air or earn money off of Howard Stern. OJ was an active participant, and he went in great detail with me over all the nonsense that was going on. And even though Howard Stern at the time, he always told jokes and stuff. I wasn't a Howard Stern listener back then.
Stern, I would say, Malcolm, excuse me for just one second. I will say Stern, who I listen to all the time, during the, of course, one of his callers called in during the Bronco chase, but he was also very, very convinced that OJ murdered Ron and Nicole. Like very, very.
I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
we can talk about that later.
That's fine. Continue. Go ahead.
Talk about the free speech issue.
Sure. Yes. Yeah, that's fair. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So OJ was on this board, and he was actively involved. I mean, he went through with me in great detail all the nonsense that was going through with Howard Stern. And even though Howard Stern was at the time, he made racial jokes, this and that, far jokes, whatever. I wasn't a listener at the time, but I mean, OJ was certainly someone who knew what was going on, and he actively supported the fight to keep Howard Stern on the air, to fight these FCC fines. He went through glaring detail with me, so that's why OJ finds it very the epitome of the word irony, and my version of it would be hypocrisy, that Howard Stern would go on his platform, his very huge platform he has, and call for the ban of a private citizen, American citizen, it's OJ made in America, and call for his ban on a platform when OJ's done nothing wrong.
Right, Malcolm.
So that is a little bit that's hypocritical. The humor of the
I agree.
situation.
Yes, I agree. And that isolated part of that, I agree with you 100% that's nuts. I'd be curious, before we get into the other stuff, how much contact do you have with Simpson day in, day out? Like, what is the relationship like? Because you seem, I will say this before we get to the other stuff, you are very protective of your clients. So I'm curious, is it a friendship? Is it a frequent correspondence? Infrequent? How does it work?
Oh, no. It's nearly daily. Daily. It's multiple times a day. I know, obviously, with the last since June, when all this Goldman publicity tour and all this stuff started up again, it's been multiple times a day, every day. Let's go before that.
Yes.
Let's say this year and a half gap where not too much was going on. Then it would be more like, every few days we could call. He has to come into the office sometimes to deal with, some various legal things, some internal orders, whatever it is. He's got to come in the office to do paperwork. But it is, at this point, I would say it is still like 60, 70% attorney-client relationship, and 30% I do consider him a friend. Be mindful, though. I'm a lawyer that very well understands that you have to keep a certain professional relationship with a client. And this situation is unique, obviously. People think that I'm very protective of Simpson. Well, the situation is very unique. This is a guy who has these judgments and stuff, but the attacks on him come more from social media, the regular media, and these publicity tours. So as a lawyer, I had to encrypt my mind and figure out, how do I deal with this situation that's very bizarre, unique, whatever it is. And it's been, and I figured out a way that I think has been highly effective. And if you see how some of his haters or these adversaries now deal with him, it has to be mindful of the fact that I had a platform before, which is not a very big platform, but a lot of media people follow me. So media would pick up on a lot of things I would say through my Twitter. And now that Simpson has his platform of, 870-something thousand people, Mr. Simpson can deal directly with any issues he has if he wants to. But as you can see from his Twitter page, it's been basically super positive, and he just offers his commentaries. He's done exactly what he said he's going to do on it. Fantasy football, which bores me to death. So that's it's fine.
Well, what I find, so you said you've found your way to deal with it. And I got to say, as from an outsider's point of view, and I'm curious to hear yours. I listened to you on Kim Goldman's podcast. I listened to you when you called into the show in Las Vegas. You have taken, by any definition, an aggressive turn. You've called Kim Goldman a piece of shit. You've said she's disgusting. You've hurled lots of insults at her. And I don't really, and honestly, I'm open. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm open to any reason from your end why you're doing that to somebody, whether you like them or not, who did, whether you think OJ did it or not. I think he did. Maybe you don't. You didn't defend him in that. But her brother did get his head chopped off. He was murdered. So I wonder why you continue this sort of aggressive tone toward her.
Well, no, number one, he was killed. The murder was never established.
Well,
Someone
whatever.
did go on trial for murder and he
whatever.
walked.
Okay,
well,
whatever.
It's a big. It's a big
He's found. Well, he's found liable, civilly liable for the murder. Correct.
But let's go back to your.
Right,
Let's go back to your original point about these.
Okay. Did you? Well, first of all, did you? Let's go one by one. To be fair to you, you called her a piece of shit in the Daily Mail. Correct.
I said POS, but yeah, that was on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. Why would you do that?
Because she's a professional victim. I mean, that's it. She's a public figure. This is it. She's a public figure. She intentionally puts herself out there as a public figure. She goes on publicity tours, and all of it's on my client's name, and it creates problems, or it potentially creates problems. I won't say it creates actual problems. Sometimes it does, but it creates potential problems.
So you said it. So it's not actually. Which problems has it led to?
If she goes on TV and gets people worked up.
Well, if she goes on the TV and tells her
minding his own business,
and tells her story,
are you gonna let me finish or not?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Go ahead. That's right. That's fair. Go ahead.
All right. So, and that's it. And she's only doing it for money, for pure greed, pure profit, pure fame of her own. She has some kind of. She doesn't want to admit this, but she has some sick craving for fame, her own individual personal fame.
Based on what?
It's got nothing to do with her loss or anything like it. It's her own personal desire.
Malcolm, what are you basing that on, though?
It's based on her conduct over the last, certainly the last 15 years, but we can look over the whole last 25 years. Her public, she has a public relations guy. Her conduct with, most people don't know this. Simpson doesn't owe Kim Goldman a dime. He owes her nothing, but she goes around and parades around like he owes her money. He owes her nothing.
He owes the Goldman family nothing.
He owes her nothing.
He owes her dad $80 million.
The dad, the mom, they never want to deal with in the estate.
Right,
so
but
and that's a legal obligation, and he complies with all the turnover orders.
Malcolm, let me ask you.
But I'm justified in anything I say about her. So you're not going to shake me off.
You can say whatever you want, but I mean, you're calling her a piece of shit because she has a public relations person.
Well,
because she wants to be famous, which I'm not even sure is true. I mean, she runs a nonprofit. She has a podcast. Do you think she's had a lot of fame and fortune? Do you think she'd like to trade that to have her brother alive, or no? Like, do you think that she's happy this happened because
that issue is not necessarily of importance at this moment in time. The issue is, what is she doing now? How is she doing it? And how does it affect my client? And does she have any real motivation behind it other than for her own fame and profit? And the answer is no, she doesn't.
Well, do you think she's making?
You heard yesterday where Howard dinged Oprah. Howard's always had some type of major beef with Oprah because she's obviously more famous, more successful. Wow. And he took another knock at her yesterday. And what did Oprah tell Kim Goldman over 10 years ago? All right, she told Kim Goldman the same thing I told her. All right. So
we told her what? I'm sorry.
I'm the only one who shares this opinion.
Well, I don't remember what Oprah told her, Malcolm. I'm sorry. What was that?
Oprah told her. I told both of them when they came. I told Kim Goldman and Fred Goldman when they came on the show that the ability or the need to move on from a situation.
Well, yeah,
that's it, and they've told her that. So
well, this seems to be a big theme.
Yeah,
this seems to be a big theme in with the times I've heard you is that she needs to move on and get over it. But I mean, you must understand why she's not doing that. I mean, she does want justice for her brother who was murdered, and nobody's ever been found guilty for it. I mean, you have to understand that, no?
Well, listen, I'm not sure if I subscribe to what Oprah is saying in a genuine way. I'm not particularly concerned if Kim Goldman she moves on in her own particular way or gets over it in her own particular way. My concern is, how does her conduct right now and what she's done over the last couple of years since Simpson got out of camp, or as most people know it, at prison, but how did he get out of camp? How does that affect my client, and what can I do to alleviate the situation?
Well, how does
I've been effective in doing it.
Well, how have you been effective by calling her a piece of shit and calling her how is she disgusting?
Her tactics.
Which way? What tactic? I don't understand. She goes on shows. She thinks your client killed her brother, so she goes on and talks about it. How? By the way, most people think that happened. How is that disgusting?
Because she goes on and promotes stuff.
Promotes what? A podcast? What else?
You're asking questions. I'm telling you, she goes on and promotes podcasts, promotes her books. She goes on and seeks fame and seeks the profit. She's a professional victim.
So when OJ tries to do a reality show and try to do that thing, what's the difference?
When you go out as a public figure, I don't know if you know what the law is, but when she makes herself a public figure, then she can be commented on in a way that private citizens can't be.
Oh, of course, you have a right to do that. I'm not disputing your right. I just don't know where she's disgusting and a piece of shit. To me, she seems like somebody who, you're right, she has a podcast, she's written books, people are curious about it. Why? Does that mean that everybody who promotes something is a piece of, in your definition, is disgusting and a piece of shit because they're promoting something?
Well, I mean, I guess we're just going to be in a circle here where we're going to be argumentative, and you want me to, I guess, say
I'm just
that she
asking.
isn't, but no, I said what I said about her, and then that's it. She's a professional victim, and that's it.
But, okay. I mean, I don't know. Mike, I have Mike with me as well. He's a co-host. I think he wants to ask you a question, Malcolm. Sorry,
Go
Malcolm.
ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, you said that she's just seeking fame and she's greedy and all this. You, in your Twitter bio, say that you're the Juice's lawyer, and before you came on, were begging us for Twitter followers. So isn't that kind of what you're doing too? It's like the same thing.
No, I wasn't begging you for Twitter followers.
Well, you
Here's
want
what I
Twitter
said
followers.
Before we went on the air, what I said is you should put my Twitter handle on, and you
Yeah, right.
should
Why is
put
that?
it on if Bar still has 1.6 million. Make sure that that's.
But
there.
why do you
Make
want us?
sure
why
my-
do you want
Why you want us?
That's
Why
what I said.
why do you want us to do that though, Malcolm?
Because if I'm going to come on and give you content, why?
Because you want notoriety. Kim Goldman's providing content.
Yeah, you
it's
want-
something that affected her life.
She's
So
a
what do you
bore.
care if she talks about it?
Listen, Howard Stern made her.
She's a what? I'm sorry.
She's a bore. He thinks she's
I've
boring.
ever seen her on. She's a major bore.
Okay.
So what? People listen to her podcast. Who cares if she's bored?
Well, I have a right to comment on it.
But I
So
guess
when
my-
you say who cares, I
But it's a
care,
little
'cause it creates a
hypocritical when
problem
you
for
call
my
yourself
client.
the Juice's lawyer to promote yourself. You're making money off of a guy that may have allegedly murdered people, and you're promoting that, and you're asking us to promote your Twitter. Isn't that greedy
Yeah,
in the
so?
same sense?
Okay.
So what's
And
the
you
difference?
Can,
What's the difference between you and Kim
make your own
Goldman?
comments about me. Yeah, you can have commentary about me, and I'll sit there and I don't know if you make.
But you don't even have an
comments about me,
so you don't even have an
maybe I'll
argument
go
for that.
and
But you're
I'll
criticizing Kim
do
Goldman
something to
for
lick
it.
my wounds.
I guess my question, like, do you think Kim Goldman's a bad person?
I don't think she is an altruistic person. I don't think that
She works
is
for
a genuine
nonprofits,
person.
though, right? I mean, I don't. Doesn't she work
Well,
for
that's what she says. That's a cover. But you keep saying nonprofit.
Cover for
Not
what?
People who or nonprofits. That's the biggest scam going out there.
You represent
He
OJ.
doesn't even
How
have
fucking moral are you?
The people, huh?
You
Go,
represent
go,
OJ.
go, 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 go,
Doesn't have the
Malcolm,
right
go.
to legal
Go.
representation. I mean, come on, guys. You guys are kind of looking bad right now if you don't understand that some people have the right to represent.
I agree. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with
All
that.
right, so I represent a person who is a well-known public figure. He certainly, at one point in time, was the most notorious person on the planet, and I've got to deal with strategy. I have to come up with strategies to deal with some of this stuff that comes up against that.
But I guess
him that presents.
I guess my
problems.
I guess my question is, Malcolm. So you have to do that, and you have your angle. But let's just say that.
No,
Let's
I
just.
want to talk about this profit because you guys keep talking about this nonprofit.
I don't care. Okay. Well, just give me
Yeah,
one
well,
second.
You must have cared because you keep bringing it up.
We'll get back. I mentioned. Okay, we'll get to. But I just. We'll get to. Hold on.
That
Because
she's talking about. She doesn't even have a master's degree. Anyone who does that type of work has to have specialized degrees.
Okay.
They stuck her name on it. I'm sure she gets some kind of check for it. Why don't you, if you're so concerned about that nonprofit that she works with, where she tries to make herself look like some kind of saint or some kind of good person, ask them for their tax returns and their financials and see what she gets paid and what she does.
It's just
She
odd
makes
to me.
most of her living off of Simpson.
It's odd to me that you hate her so much. Your voice drips with hatred for this woman. I don't
hate her at all. Let's go.
You called her a piece of shit.
Let's go and listen. Let me give you a correlation here. Okay?
Sure, go ahead.
Let me give you a correlation. These are facts. These are actual.
I'm
facts.
listening.
This
Go ahead.
isn't something about you guys wanting to have a debate. Let me give you facts.
Sure, go ahead.
I started commenting on the Goldmans in 2017, right around the time they went and did their publicity tour. I'm sitting there with my career at stake, Mr. Simpson's liberty at stake, trying to get him out of camp. And they're on TV doing their publicity tour. So you know what? We get off and we start doing this thing with the Twitter and going on Twitter and TV. I went on TV too. They were on TV, so we were there. That went on in about 2017 and 2018. Well, the early 2018, maybe it didn't stop. And guess what? Nothing happened again. You won't see one tweet about me. At least I don't think you will, but I'm pretty sure. From the beginning of 2017 all the way through June of 2018, you heard nothing about me and Kim Goldman, the Goldmans, anything about it. I went about living my charm life. Mr. Simpson built his life here. He's a great life. Guess when all this started again? It started when these Goldman people came on TV again in last month and started with their publicity tour again. And now it started up again. And you know what? When they go away again, I'm going to go away again. It's not like it's going to stop. It's not like I'm going to stop protecting my client or working to protect his best interest. That's something you're never going to shake me off on.
I understand.
Ever,
I
ever
totally
in a
understand.
million years.
Understand 100%.
And so they go away. Y'all
Right.
go away. You'll see the Goldman stop talking, and guess what? Malcolm's going to stop talking, and I'm going to keep going and doing the things I want in my practice. You understand? This is a distraction for me. This is not even. This is something that I hope end soon, and so I can go on doing the things that I want to do with my
Right.
professional life. Simpson can go on doing what he wants in his life, but it's the Goldmans that are driving this and starting this, and then everyone wants to come to me and act like I'm some kind of bad guy for representing Simpson. I'm doing the best.
Well, I would say it's unusual tactic for a lawyer to call the person who his client may or may not have murdered her brother a piece of shit. But that's fine. Neither here nor.
Listen, it's strong language. I'll give it to you. It's strong language, but don't regret saying it. She got exactly the commentary that she deserved with her new little round of
Deserve for what though? But Malcolm, but for what? For promoting a podcast?
She's trying to profit off of misery. That's why that podcast is something that she's trying to make money off of.
So that makes her. I don't know why that makes her a piece of shit though. That's what I don't get.
That podcast work.
But why does that make her a piece of shit?
Get her on your show. Get her on your show and ask her how all the financing of that podcast works. And why she's in there.
I'm sure she's making money off it. It's great.
Between everything.
Right, she's making money off it. So what? How does that affect OJ?
Yeah,
how does that affect your client's life?
My client, she's doing it off my client's name and his expense, and that makes her a public figure.
But
and
I understand legally you could comment on it, but how does that affect OJ's day in and day out life? What? It doesn't matter.
Well, if you go around and try and get people worked up over my client, it could present a problem.
In what way?
I don't wait until a problem actually starts. Actually exists.
Okay.
I nip it in the bud.
Walk me through how this could.
That with these Goldman people.
Walk me through how this could happen to OJ. What's going to happen if she does this podcast? How's
if
OJ?
They go out and these are podcasts. They're not things. These are meant to be disseminated to everybody.
Correct.
Okay, just like this conversation is. So if everybody gets it, they go and get people worked up. It can create problems. All right.
What problems?
Well, listen. Listen. Let your audience figure it out.
No, give me an example.
There was a documentary series and a scripted series about the case. People know about it.
I mean, your fucking client wrote a book called "If I Did It."
Yeah, and it was bad judgment his part. Bad judgment. Out
of curiosity, Malcolm, when he wrote that book, he then went with Judith Regan on an interview and promoted it. Does that make your client a piece of shit?
It was bad judgment.
Does that make your client a piece of shit?
We went out last year. You guys should have maybe done your homework before you got.
I know you criticized him for it, but I'm asking you. I know you criticized him. I know you did. Go ahead. I know you did.
Okay. All right. So what? So why? So you think I'm just? You think I can? Not only can I be his advocate, I can be his critic. Too.
So I'm asking. So you think Kim Goldman's? You told me
Kim Goldman to try and be objective.
You told me Kim Goldman. Why would Kim Goldman be objective? She thinks OJ cut her fucking brother's head off. Why would she be objective?
Well, you don't even know the facts of the case. See, you guys are hacks. You guys are amateurs.
I don't know the facts of the case. I don't. You're correct. I don't know every fact of the case, but I do know that Kim Goldman thinks.
You told me before the show you're professionals and you know what you're doing, and you're kind of sounding like big hacks.
Okay, well, I just said I think Kim Goldman believes that OJ.
And come up with some decent.
I believe that Kim Goldman thinks that OJ killed her brother. Do you disagree with that assertion? I'm not talking about the facts of the case.
I'm sorry. Well, say the question again.
Sure, I'll ask the question again. What I said was, all I said was I think Kim Goldman believes OJ killed her brother, and then you talked about how I don't know the facts of the case. I didn't lay out a single fact of the case. I just said Kim Goldman.
You said some very graphic things that absolutely don't.
A piece of shit. I think Kim Goldman believes it.
You want to go and keep talking about the LA thing? Go fine. I'll try and answer some of your questions.
I don't care about the LA case. What I'm saying is, why do you think?
Sound like an amateur.
You said that Kim Goldman's biased. Like, no shit. Don't you think she'd be biased?
I'm not. I didn't say she was biased. What I said is she should be objective.
Do you expect her to be objective?
Her whole focus is on fame and publicity and profit off of misery. And it's exactly the reason why Oprah told her to move on.
Okay.
And guess what? Oprah is much more famous and much more successful and much more popular than Howard Stern will ever be.
Okay, I don't.
All right, and she told Kim Goldman to move on 10 years ago. She told her that.
I don't even.
So you're going to dispute Oprah? You're going to go up against Oprah?
Sure, I'd love to have Oprah on.
Are you as successful as Oprah? I mean, maybe Oprah's figured some things out. You know, horrible things happened to Oprah when she was a kid. And you know what? Did she go and decide to become a victim? No, she came on and she went on to be one of the most successful people in the world. And I've been the victim of something. And guess what? You know, I've gone on to be pretty successful. And guess what? Neither me nor Oprah, my little teeny-weeny success and Oprah's mega success, none of it would have happened if we had gone on and continued to be victims and felt sorry for ourselves.
Well, I'd also say, Malcolm, okay, that's great, and I'm sorry you went through whatever you went through. So this happened to Kim 25 years ago. She has a child. She has a career. So I don't think she spends you make it sound like she's just like in this circle of self-pity. She's also carved out a life for herself at the same time.
Well, so you say.
Well, do you know that she hasn't?
Talk about it. If she's done that, then all of this media stuff would show that, but none of it does. It all just talks about OJ's the boogeyman. Give me money. OJ's the boogeyman. Watch my podcast. OJ's the boogeyman. I can get on the Howard Stern show.
Why do you like? I've heard you.
She can say whatever she wants. It's always about OJ's fame.
Well, I've heard you bring up Kim Goldman's mother a couple times in her relationship with her. Why do you think that's relevant to anything she's doing right now? Hello?
When did I bring up Kim Goldman's mother?
Like on the podcast they did with you when you were talking to the producer.
No, you did earlier in this as well.
Unauthorized release. Well, we're not going to even talk about that because they had no permission to even release that.
Okay, well, you mentioned it. Well, you mentioned it in the beginning of this interview as well when you talked about Kim Goldman and how she owes money to the father and the mother.
The mother owns part of the judgment, but it just shows you that I don't think she was being entirely honest on the Howard Stern show about that relationship that she talked about with her mother, or the no relationship with her mother. You know what? That's it. That would be, if I wanted to talk about it, it would be to talk about that they love the Goldmans. And when I talk about Goldmans, mainly Kim Goldman, the father a little bit, but mainly it's Kim Goldman. They want to monopolize the professional victims card. They don't want anyone else in on this action. That's it. They monopolize it and then monetize it. That's it. That's my viewpoint from everything I've read and seen about them over the last probably 15 years. That's it.
I'd be curious, and I know this is...
They monetize misery.
Mm-hmm. I know it's a lot to ask for, but can you give me an example or proof as to why you think they've monopolized this?
I can give you a couple of little things. I mean, they do have this PR guy that makes sure that they get all the make sure that they come on when things happen, that they come on and make statements. But the biggest thing, the one thing that I can think of particularly when I heard their statements, when I say heard, Fred Goldman and Kim Goldman come on, is when this Trayvon Martin thing was going down, and there was a lot of the country was all tense, and this was going on, and people wanted one group wanted to go one way, the other group wanted to go the other way. And they had the Goldmans on TV. Some of these, they went and did some national news. And it was one time where they were brought on to talk about someone else's grief and someone else's grieving. And they did both of them. Go look at them. These are all on YouTube. They didn't really have anything to say at all about true caring and true compassion for this Trayvon or his family. They sounded stunted. And you know why? It's because they didn't want, God forbid, if Trayvon's parents got in on this Professional Victims Act or something like that. Jesus. They're more interested and more comfortable in their zone talking about OJ, always about OJ, and promoting their books or promoting whatever they have to it. So they wouldn't. When you ask them something outside of OJ, they clam up. They don't want to do anything. So that's it. And I've said it before. I'm going to say it a million times. God. She is not a professional in media. Okay.
Who? OJ?
Right? She does not. She never developed her.
Kim Goldman.
She never developed the talent for it, and she doesn't do it. She's a big bore.
Well, who cares though? Why is that relevant to anything? Like, even if
because
I agree,
she wants to be a media person. Yeah,
okay, but I care. But why is that? But who gives a shit? Like, let's say, Malcolm, let's say I agree with you, and she's the most boring person on earth. Like, great.
I don't know how this conversation is going to even come out on your radio because you guys keep talking over.
You're gonna look like a lunatic.
But you guys have got to let me speak and stop.
No, it's true. You haven't talked enough. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
So
I don't know the last part. I'm just telling you that's it. She never developed her skill sets. I've seen her go over the years, complete research. I've done all my homework, and she's gotten a million projects based on Simpson. She's gotten a million projects to do, and every one of them has failed. Every one of them, lock, stop, and step, including this podcast, which is failing.
Well, her podcast is doing really. Your podcast is doing really well. It's doing very well.
How do you know?
Well, it's on the top. It's on the top of all the iTunes charts. I see it all the time.
I mean, why do you think Nancy Glass was on the phone call with me, desperate to try and get me on her show?
It's a good spot.
In an illegal way, unauthorized, reduced the tape recording.
I don't know that. That's your legal situation.
Yeah, because they were desperate to get downloads.
It's number 7 on all iTunes right now.
To get downloads rather than listen to something that people have already known about for 25 years. There's nothing new coming out of that podcast.
Right. Well, yes. The only thing I would say, and again, I'll just leave it this because I think we're going in circles. It's just, I think, you must understand intellectually when you look at it that a guy calling a victim, whether you think she's professional or not, whatever, horrible, disgusting, and a piece of shit you can understand why people would look at that and say, why is this guy doing that? I mean, you must understand that, right?
Well, listen, I make my choices like everyone does in life, and you live with the consequences. So I said what I said, and I ain't taking it back, and I can justify it.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a chance right now to say that Kim Goldman is not a piece of shit. Like, will you at least say that?
No, come on, yeah, please, come on.
What?
Please.
What?
I tell you, we just spent the better part of 20 minutes or so talking about how I'm not taking anything back. I said about
so you
Kim
stand by
Goldman
everything,
or the Goldmans in general.
You think OJ killed Ron and Nicole?
Excuse me?
Do you think OJ, Orenthal, James Simpson murdered Ronald Goldman, Nicole Brown
this
Simpson?
LA thing, you can keep going about it.
I just asked you a question. I'm asking you a question.
I thought you guys were professionals. You guys
We
told me
keep
on the
saying
phone,
this.
You said, hey, unlike you, Malcolm, you've criticized Kim Goldman for not being professional, but we're professionals.
Right. I
and
said
here you are. You've just been. All I've dealt with are two hacks for 30 minutes.
Well,
now.
give me
I'll stay on the phone with you.
Why? What would you like?
I don't give up on anyone.
What would you like me to? What would you like me to ask you? What would you like me to ask you?
So what do I care? Why would you ask? Why would you? What's your IQ level when you would ask
46.
a lawyer for OJ Simpson?
This is a lot longer than no, by the way.
Right. So you think what we all think. You think OJ. You think OJ killed them all. You think OJ killed them both. You think OJ, I know down deep because you're not dumb, you think OJ's a fucking idiot. The thing in Vegas was so stupid it's unbelievable. He wrote that book, If I Did It, which is, you admit, is dumb. The guy's a fucking dummy. And you take his money. It's blood money. You can rip Kim Goldman.
I didn't say he's a dummy. I said it was a
He's a dummy. He's a dummy.
I mean, you got $1 million to take that. I mean, I don't care how much of a money grab it was.
But he's not a piece of shit though, right?
You guys are looking so. You guys.
I know you keep doing that. You did it. I know you did it with Kim. You did it with Nancy Glass. We know everybody's dumb, but you. But yet, you're.
No,
wouldn't you say
everyone's dumb, but
wouldn't you say that you're? If you're gonna do the piece of shit chart, wouldn't you say you are a bigger piece of shit than Kim Goldman? You can answer that at least, right?
No, because I'm.
I do. I think you're a gigantic piece of shit. I'm being honest.
Chaser?
I do. I think you're an ambulance chasing hunk of shit.
Very professional.
But I just do. I just do. It's okay. I mean, that's you're making a living. I respect it.
Any other criticisms on me? Go ahead.
No.
I'm a piece. I'm a piece of shit.
Last question. Last question. Who do you think OJ murdered first, Ron or Nicole?
You guys are the biggest amateurs ever.
Blood shows Ron.
The blood does show Ron. That's true.
I'll stay on the phone with you. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. We'll let you go, Matt. I know you got to do your run. We'll talk.
This is really upset me so much that I think I'm going to go to Christian Louboutin, Hermes, and John Barbados today.
Ooh, shit. And don't worry, we're going to put your Twitter handle. We're going to put you have 2,000. You have 2,000 Twitter followers. We'll make sure to bump up your Twitter account. And we'll get on this Malcolm Laverne publicity tour that you're going on. What's the next stop on the publicity tour, Malcolm? What's the next stop?
I don't do publicity.
No,
he doesn't want fame. He just wants us to retweet him.
Don't worry, we'll put your handle on it, okay?
I don't have 10, 15 emails from you guys. You guys don't even have
absolutely.
You
of
guys
course.
are the ones actually calling me for the show.
Course.
You guys are such amateurs. You don't even have a producer to actually do this.
No,
right?
That's actually he's our producer, but he is an amateur. You are right about that.
That's true.
Of that, there's no doubt.
Made one good point.
Of that, there's no doubt.
Go give this tape. Listen, if you guys are looking to increase your careers, go give this tape to someone who is in your profession, where you can actually get a promotion, where they're going to go, wow, look at the talent these guys have.
I hope so.
Well, they handle OJ Simpson's
We'll hand it over to Dave Portnoy.
These guys are real professionals here. These guys did an amazing job.
Here's a little tip for you, Malcolm. I'll give you a little tip as well. If you have any memorabilia of OJ's, make sure you give it back to him. If not, he's gonna get his boys, his goons, and try and fucking kill you. So you better be careful as well, right?
Anything? Come on. Anything else? Come on.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think when OJ slapped Nicole around like 50? Do you ever talk to him about that? Has he stopped beating women or no?
Get it all out.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions. That's all. So you don't answer anything. That's your thing. Next, but you don't answer anything, right? Because he's your client.
What do you mean? Why would I answer an amateur's question?
You should probably, when you're done with this, why don't you, when you're done with this, why don't you send this podcast to another lawyer and then like a professional one, and maybe they'll do a better job and show you how to do it. Go to a professional. You're just an amateur, Malcolm. Just an amateur.
No, what did you know about being a lawyer?
Well, I mean, what do you know about being a broadcaster?
No, I think I would be a broadcaster in 30 seconds, 10 times better than you if I started
30 seconds,
today.
10 times better.
I'd start 10 times better than you if I did it today based on what you did. You guys were not prepared.
Look, here's what I think, okay? This is going to be a big moment for you. I agree we don't have a producer. I agree with you on that. A big moment for you. If we tweet this out, you are going
to... You guys didn't think about a story or a focus.
You are going to hit...
didn't think about
You are going to... I'm telling you, you're going to hit the magic 2,600 Twitter followers when we do. We're going to do this.
You might get as many followers as me sometime.
Could happen, Mike. Yeah, go ahead, Malcolm.
You may learn something.
Go ahead. I'm ready. Good.
All right.
Good.
You guys, this is the difference. You guys didn't think anything else.
No, not at all.
Came on
not
the
at
phone
all.
today.
You played this like
all you thought about was getting.
You play this like a chess. It's like another.
All right.
Okay.
When you actually want to be successful, you better think about a plan and you better work hard. All right.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
This is why you guys are
Continue.
where you are in your life, and I'm going to go to Christian Louboutin. All right.
Yeah, Kirk,
Any
you don't
other
have any money,
questions?
do you?
No, not at all. All right, Malcolm. Well, go enjoy your shopping spree and have a great run today, okay? And give the Juice our love because he's a great guy.
The Juice is loyal.
Wonderful guy. All right, Malcolm. Thank you.
All right. Enjoy.
You as well. Thank you. So if we paint the picture properly here, Mike.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hello, boys.
So my understanding is,
hello.
how you doing, man? What's going on? My understanding is that you guys are just. Steve said you guys are just fighting out. First of all, Dave, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Do we have a name for the boy yet?
Can you turn this up just a tiny bit?
Do we have? We'll get to Rich in a second. Let's catch up with Cullinane, who was a complete bitch like a week. I mean, I still need. Have you apologized for that yet?
I don't think to you directly.
That text chain, even for you, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I was telling you.
we could talk about when we get into Rich. It was, I do feel just this weird energy, not energy, but around the show. Like I'm a part of the show, but I'm not part of the show.
That's
You know
exactly right.
Yeah. No,
There's no.
Yeah, I know.
There's no. You're not here.
But you
every day.
understand that it's just a personal thing. This is a subjective argument. It's a weird thing for me to be working
Look how happy
so much.
Look how happy Mike is. He's so happy.
I'm just listening.
He was so happy
to his explanation.
Subjective what, Dave?
I'm working hard for the show behind the scenes.
How's that going?
Not well.
Okay.
Honestly, which is fine.
Yeah.
But to then hear you guys.
Yeah, but we're
go
kidding
I know. I
around.
got it. I'm actually. It was a good learning lesson for me last week.
Yeah, but
Own it.
But why did you have to learn that?
Well, if you're a fan, you listen. You're part of the. You
well,
should
that's what
know
he was.
that.
He was just going into that stuff too.
You
but
should
whatever.
know that.
He's right. Close her
No,
at
but
it
it was
again.
just—it's just a little like you called me a liar. Like I thought your tone was a little bit different than
You should
just your
see-
traditional ball busting.
I don't think we need to play the stuff that we cut out then from the podcast.
Yeah, that's fine. But
What did I call you a liar about?
you were saying that I'm not calling people for
Jesus
sales.
Christ,
No, but
Dave.
it just
Do you really
came
think
off.
I think
I know,
that?
I know, but it rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, but
So I fired off a few tweets.
you're
You
such
reacted
a
to
baby,
that.
though.
I get it, but at least I
But the
fucking come
text-
back and own it and see you
I
later.
agree.
Like, it's
I agree, but
done. Like,
but the text, I don't even understand the text when you're saying that we were rougher on you than anybody ever.
no, that was
That's
dramatic. It was
crazy.
just dramatic. It was just. But also, my point was, it wasn't necessarily that I would come in here and defend myself against what you guys say on the show and be in the room. It's that I'm not literally in the room with you guys all the time. I'm not a colleague with you guys.
We
There's
know.
not like that camaraderie.
Correct.
So it's weird to then take it to that level.
What level?
The level
Why
of
am I-
ball
why
busting
am I-
that
why- what?
No, that's just my opinion. That level of ball busting when I'm so far behind the scenes.
Yeah, like no, we would never make fun of MHB or.
I mean, what the fuck?
No, I know, but it was weird for me in that moment. MHB's not calling advertisers, and he's not. I know he does some of the Twitter, but he's not.
Yeah, we wouldn't make right. So you're saying like we wouldn't make fun of someone like Stephen Shea or someone like that. We wouldn't make fun of.
K. Marco
Yeah,
or
no.
Willie Cologne
I think
or
that's just a little different based
Greg
on
Hill
my
or
Yeah, so
Dan-
basically
No.
Dave says
Danielle or Carson
make
Kennedy
fun of
or-
everyone
No,
but
well,
Dave.
first of all, I said I was wrong in it, so you can do it. I learned a lesson in it. But
How
it
is
just, it felt
okay?
weird,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. What's the son's name?
Chase.
Chase.
Yes.
I like that.
Chase Cullinane?
Chase.
It's like an order.
Yeah,
All right.
you can bring that to the bank.
How's it been? Everything's good?
Everything's good.
Good. Excellent. Well, that's great. Okay. So all right. So what is going first of all, I don't this is Rich Kelleher, right?
Yes.
Rich Closer?
Close of her.
Okay. What
Can I start first of all that I tried to shake your hand and you looked at me like, "What are you doing?"
right.
And that was a mistake.
Okay, that was a mistake.
Yeah,
You seem
that
a
was-
little nervous.
Guy's a real ball of energy.
Just he's a baller, right? Look at him. Well, why don't you just relax? Okay, I'm on your side on this. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know.
This guy. So first of all, you two were arguing out. Were you guys arguing out there? Dave?
Oh, you're screaming at each other.
Slap funny.
Screaming's dramatic, but yes, we were arguing.
Okay, Dave.
All right,
Dave always says. Dave's big thing is
don't-
always like
Dave,
that's
don't
dramatic.
call me dramatic. Let's not. Come on. Don't call me dramatic.
The tension,
Oh, Jesus.
tension is
Jesus
palpable.
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
This is the energy.
I'm uncomfortable here.
Yeah, this is the energy.
So what is going on? Explain to me. So Dave, you run the Kirk Minahan Instagram account, correct?
Correct.
Still,
Yes.
did you ever lose control of that?
Never.
Never.
You ever heard of Occam's razor? The simplest solution probably is. So back in your EEI days, you would have looked at Curtis and said, "Did you read it right?"
Right.
But I know Steve, smart guy in Ivy League, all that.
I don't think
You
there's any
read
Ivy
on-
League.
you
Hold
read-
on. I don't think there's any Ivy League.
Let's correct that first of all.
history. I could be wrong.
What was it?
Let's-
Brown? Where'd you go?
You went to Red Snapper University.
That's right.
Go ahead.
You read on air that I have control of the Minifan account. Minifan account. And the other thing that was just unfucking believable, which Kirk, again, you're a Team Kelleher guy, I'm Team Minahan. I mean, obviously.
I'm starting to waver, but yeah.
Hold on.
Let's not,
you guys,
let's not upset us.
That's not a compliment to me either.
wait. We talked about Albright. Like,
What's in that? First of all, what's in that bag? That's what makes me nervous.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. No. Look how
Mike, Steve from Providence thinks I'm going to come in here and shoot up the studio.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
it's not fun to joke about yet, but all right.
You wanted to start. Like, want to backtrack
Be
for
better
1
if there's a
second?
whiff of humor attached to that lie.
Do you want to backtrack for? Can we backtrack for 1 second?
I might backtrack to my car.
Yeah, we are. All right. So
no sudden movement.
So Rich reaches out to me on Reddit. Okay.
What is that?
That's one. Pitch anything for Cullinan.
Okay. There. Oh, he's got sales books for Cullinan.
That's you. And I also.
I'm back on. Team Kelleher.
I also brought Machiavelli the Prince. Just
okay. Good.
All right. Whatever. Okay.
And the gun. Yeah.
All
good.
right. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So he reaches out to me.
I like that Dave's like the senior voice of reason in this argument too. It's like
I'm just
it's like, all
trying
right, enough dicking around. Like let me just
let's stay on point here.
He's going. Let's
There's
describe
more
what's
stuff.
happening.
What do you have there?
There's a lot of.
Rich, what's that?
Kirk Minahan stickers.
Oh, great! Look at that. See.
Remember when he told me? You told me not to do that because it might not be a good idea.
I told you not to make the what did I say? Sundays are for open houses because it didn't have a Kirk Minahan Show logo on it.
I like that.
And Kirk would want to
father
control.
and son relationship here.
That's what's very weird.
Remember,
about
Dad? Oh, it was a banner Christmas that year at the Bender house.
What have I created?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
So he reaches out on Reddit, says he can help me with ideas on Instagram.
Right.
Okay. So I, being the dumb idiot that I am,
Do you want me to?
Hold on. Okay.
Screenshots here. So if you want it.
Okay.
Just don't
This
lie.
guy comes prepared.
I'm not
Don't
lying.
lie about it.
Did you not reach out to me on Reddit?
I know I did, but don't.
So let me fucking talk.
Whatever you told DEC, don't lie about it.
Let me fucking talk. I told DEC you were aggressive and should be wary of you.
I have everything. All right here, buddy.
That is the last voice any of us will ever.
It's all right here. All right, go.
Kate, Harry,
Yeah, I love you.
Chase.
So he reaches out on Reddit, says he wants to help with Instagram, says he can be of help.
Hold on, real quick, Rich. You want to have lunch after or no?
Don't we have a tea time at 1 at Woodland?
Yes, good. I kind of want to spend the day with this guy. So good. So he reaches out.
Reaches out on Reddit.
Wait.
Okay.
Can you say that again so MHB can hear it clearly, just in case?
Go ahead, please. Let me handle it.
So reaches out. I respond to him and say, sure, I'd love some ideas. He said he was in digital marketing, right? Are you still in digital marketing?
Correct.
Okay, so he's in digital marketing. So my thought primarily, I was looking more for the institutional ideas, kind of like
Institution's a good word, yeah.
What?
Good.
Oh, okay, yeah. I miss things.
I know you did.
Yeah. So I was looking more of these are the best times to post. This is what you do to grow the followers by X. He became very quickly a content guy, which was fine. He had a lot of great content ideas, and I used a good amount of them. Remember that IG walkout thing?
Oh, yeah.
No
I'm just
justice,
saying.
no peace,
We all
no
do.
IG till a Kirk retweet.
Who could forget?
Rich's idea. I
Good
thought it
idea.
was good. Nothing. It doesn't really move the needle that much. There's 4,000 fucking followers on Instagram.
Right, that's your
Not a
fault,
big
but
deal.
yeah, go ahead.
There's a little bit of you in that
Go
as
ahead,
well. I'd like
please.
a little promotion. for that.
Continue.
So that's where our relationship started, and we texted a
Whoa,
shitload.
what you didn't understand, and Kirk said it on air, was by not promoting it
Yes,
and not talking about it,
correct.
he is promoting it and talking about it.
But when 10 followers
Closer
come,
gets it.
come of that, like when nothing comes of it, you eventually have to figure out
Which-
how can the
Which
show
one of our
help
one of
grow
our
the
biggest
Instagram.
contention points was just keep posting. So you took my idea of the
JKP. Just keep posting.
That's right.
That's right.
put it on a t-shirt.
Tattoo.
So you took my idea of let's have this combative nature and amplified it by 1,000,000%, which I just wanted to retweet out of him to see. Okay, maybe that can work.
No, I would just
No,
talk shit.
nope.
First of all,
Nope.
hold on, buddy.
Hold on.
I would just talk shit to. Don't I just
Hold
tweet
on.
at you and talk
Hold
shit,
on,
dumb
buddy.
stuff all the time?
I guess.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, you tweet stuff, Dave. You trust me, you tweet stuff. Yeah.
Okay, Captain Awkward over here. Let's calm down. It's
Captain
just
Awkward, oh my
fucking stop talking. You were the one with all these
Wait,
aggressive
what
ideas
I
about.
said to you. Shut up. What I said to you.
I fucking hate this
What
guy now.
what I said to you was if
What is this fight about? Do you know, Mike, or not?
About
no, I don't know.
4,000 people on Instagram. That's what it is, apparently.
Well, like, I mean, Rich, you have how many pieces of paper there?
when DEC, that rat fuck who I don't like, and you said you
None of
like
us
him.
do.
No.
None of us do.
When he went on the show, which Steve,
Wait, DEC or MHB? Who do you know?
DEC.
Okay, but
DEC. Hold on. When he went on
Rich.
that,
When he,
When he-
which show is this?
The Minifan
Okay,
show.
then, no, what show is this?
This is the Kirk Minahan
Okay, so
show.
shut up for a second. How many pieces of paper do you have? What are the papers? What are we doing? I'm fascinated by this. I can't help. This is so much more fascinating than anything with Antonio Brown or I can't help. It's probably why
Did you hear Ken Laird's take earlier?
Anyway, so go ahead. Just please.
I have screenshots here because I thought this whole thing.
Okay, may I see them, please? Can you hand them over
Whatever
to
you
the?
gotta do, yeah.
Dave, by the way, is leaned over towards me.
Yeah, I know. Body language.
Very uncomfortable.
Captain Awkward. Take a picture of that.
Look at the name. Look at all these pages.
Well, we texted like 5,000 times a day.
It's all right. So on the Minifan
Wouldn't you like to be a
show,
fly on the wall for that conversation?
Mike, do you understand? Hold on, Mike Geary. Do you understand any of this?
No. Okay, so my understanding, what I believe is happening is that Dave ran the Instagram and was making sales. Kelleher
was making sales.
Well,
I mean,
okay, I'm sorry. I'm a silly mate.
By the way,
Was
Dave,
attempting to make sales.
going after advertising agencies, that was a smart idea. Good sales instinct there, buddy.
And so Kelleher is infringing on that territory, I think?
No, I don't have any
No,
problem.
we
I
need
don't
to,
have
we
any
need to
problem with that.
retrack it. So
Oh.
the Minifan show, you're best friends with DEC. He really likes you. He's told me that 100 times.
Friends with DEC.
Some of these pages make no sense, by the way.
It's
There's
fine.
random,
It's out of context, but I printed stuff that.
Well, I mean, there's like random tweets from Feidelberg and stuff.
That's not true.
Well, it could be like a link
From Erica, or it's tweets from Erica.
Yeah, I took Erica's that one thing about the bitch it's cashmere, and I said that that's the kind of attitude I wanted to bring here.
Okay, go ahead.
So the Minifan show. Which,
May I?
Which,
for one moment. If the people in this room have no idea what's going on, is it possible that anyone is understanding?
No,
this?
absolute chance.
Wait, Steve. I emailed you this morning, or Saturday morning, the breakdown of what I would like to hear on the Minifan show, because that rat fuck DEC lied and had a source. I wonder who his source would be, and that's when I realized that this isn't.
First of all, he didn't have a source. He literally said Dave.
That's when I realized that this isn't. He's clearly not joking. So I was like, "There's only way for me to prove this is to tweet or to print out
to prove what?
That he was lying
about what?
About what? DEC was lying that I'm super aggressive.
You seem super aggressive.
You seem a little aggressive.
I mean, I am a redhead. That comes with the
but you're aggressive, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, so he wasn't lying about that.
No, he was lying about that. There's something.
I said to be weary of the aggressiveness in the content.
Was
I didn't
that-
say
was
that you
that
were
an
going to
email that
murder
you sent me?
people. Is that what I said to him?
Content?
First of all, when I had my breakdown, right, when we had our text exchange,
yes,
I was just in a bad spot in terms of, which is dramatic. I get it. It's stupid that I took it that seriously. And this kid the entire time is being like, don't let the Instagram account fall because you're having a mental breakdown
That's
about
good. That's good team thinking.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. No
But
problem.
Ron, you guys are all saying, why the fuck are you doing it to begin with? Because you're in the fucking
And
hospital.
I said
Hold on. Because I'm in the hospital having a child. Why are you doing it? He's saying, I told him to shut the fuck up because I was just like, shut the fuck up. If I don't want to post, I'm not going to fucking post. And
total pain in the
that
dick,
is,
yeah.
hold on, that's what happened. And I also said respect. I said, shut the fuck up. Next text,
Yes, you did.
respectfully. After that, I think, is when I texted Steve and I said, Steve, don't worry, I'm done with Instagram. The dude I'm working with, Rich, good guy, but aggressive. Was that my wording, Steve?
Is Colleen you've ever understood anything he's ever said?
What was wrong with that?
Not fully.
Okay, good. I love him.
Well,
but
hold
I
on,
don't
let's
know.
break it down. What was wrong with
I
that?
just don't. I don't understand this. I don't understand the whole story. Some of those little pockets of it. The whole thing is confusing.
Okay.
Here's my question.
Why do you guys hate each other?
Yeah, have you two ever met?
No, that was the first time we ever
This is
met.
the so
wait,
So what were you yelling about? Are you so hold on. So we're here at Studio 13. Red 13. What is it called?
Red 13 Studios.
Red13studios.com. Red13studios.com. Make sure to go in Under Armour.
Tom Brady, Under Armour.
So when you walk in there, Steve, can you see the door from there or no? So yeah, they have to ring the doorbell the way outside. So they're screaming at each other outside. What was that fight about?
That was basically what we're doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Somebody said something about a P1 or something?
Yeah, he's going into, were you a P1 of Kirk and Callahan?
I asked him if he ever listened or paid attention to the KNC show. Because in my opinion, which again, Cullinane on air and the character versus off air, it's the same thing. He would text me and be like, I can't fucking believe these guys said that. Did you listen today? What did they say about it? Is it intense? Is it serious?
And you
I'm
said
like,
yes.
And I'd be like, oh, one day I would hope to be considered your friend. I would be pissed at this part. And it was about when the whose kid it is, and it was just like,
oh, and that stuff didn't even bother me.
You'd be
no,
pissed
but that
about
didn't even
that?
bother me.
If I was in the delivery room.
Well, the guy was in the delivery room doing an Instagram contest of Brandy Love.
And here's,
so I don't think
here's
he's
my
that.
problem. Here's my problem with that fuck DEC, which
it seems like we've got a real theme.
I have never, Kirk.
Seems like we're not going to get off that point.
Wanted to do,
nobody cares about it, but okay.
All I wanted to do was help, which I said over and over
Rich,
and over again.
So you had no
And
selfish
now-
motives
and
at all.
now-
None.
No,
Didn't want to be part of the show, part of the world. Not at all.
After Cullinane's meltdown, when I sent you that email,
Look at those eyes. Jesus Christ, that is the eyes of a killer right there.
Did I say
Mindhunter
that I
season
wanted to
3.
be part of the show? Did I say I wanted an ad deal? Steve,
he doesn't have a microphone, dummy.
Good instinct. He's not. Well, I didn't. All right, Kirk, I didn't know that at the time.
Well, he doesn't have one. I mean, it's not that, what do you think he's got one?
Steve's shaking his head no. I said I don't want to be part of the show. I said I don't want to make any deals. I do have some advertising experience. I did work on a radio buy for Massage Envy that you did reads for during the Deflategate.
Great.
I do know Jim Hackett. He's a great guy.
It's wonderful.
Great.
Important to mention.
People and I were overwhelmed by this.
But my point was I didn't want to be a character. Didn't want to make money.
You've definitely accomplished that. You are definitely not a character now. Well done.
And DEC tries to say that I'm like, there's something
Oh,
off.
DEC, yeah.
Yeah, that fuck DEC.
Right.
There's something off, and
there is something
he tried,
off.
So he tried to. He was about to give. Dave was about to give access to the Instagram, but he didn't.
Yeah, I don't know why. I actually don't know why. He said
Rich,
that,
can I
'cause
tell you
that wasn't
something?
happening.
I like you. There's something off, though.
Oh, absolutely.
So then, what are you mad at him for? He said there's something off, DEC.
Which he was kind of like. I don't know. It just came off as so weird, and it was because
What's weird? You're off. I like you, but that's why I like you. If you were regular,
Seems
you
like
wouldn't
he
be
hit the
here.
nail on the head.
Give him credit.
All right.
DEC just didn't like the fact.
These are two.
That's
By
fair.
the way, we have two guys fighting that we can make one point, and they both go, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah, that was right.
I think
No, but I really don't have that much of a problem.
Between,
I really don't.
yes, you do. Between
Oh.
Cullinane,
He was screaming
Rich,
in the parking lot.
all of my shit, and Steve's darkness, I think I'm the least crazy person in this room. I've been fucking institutionalized. I'm starting to think that this is the case.
And I did say when I got my video, and thanks MHB for tweeting that out for me. That's exactly what I wanted. 20,000 views, not bad. That I do have mental. I do have mental illness too. I'm sober. It's clearly obvious, right?
Yes. You're sober?
Yeah, 21 months.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
And I also said too that
maybe you should start drinking again.
Imagine this guy's shit faced.
That's what people. Blind Mike. That's what people say. Is people nowadays they're like.
That's the last one.
You used to.
Blind Mike. Those are the last words you'll ever say.
People say you used to drink but your interview with Charlie Angle, the Running Man.
Yep.
That was about 2 months right before I hit rock bottom in November of 17.
You're hitting rock bottom today in April of 19.
That was
where the hell is it? What is it? August, September, whatever the fuck. Time
was,
stands still.
That was the best interview, and I listened to it every time I ran because
not that Dave listens to it. He's not a P1.
And
no,
then
P1, definitely not.
Not a P1.
No.
And then you can ask Chris Curtis because in December of 17, I sent him.
Fine.
I sent him a note saying I'm partly sober because of you too.
You're partly sober?
No. I'm sober partly
There,
because
that's
of
better.
his,
Yeah.
when he went
partly
on air.
sober doesn't work.
And okay, so my right.
Are there any other names no one will know that we can get out of the way?
Mike, your thoughts here so far?
I'm uncomfortable.
You are so uncomfortable.
I didn't like when I said just that. Like, the way he kind of looks at me is terrifying.
You can actually see him clearly.
I'm just kidding around.
So he's got a two-part combo with me. It's I told him to shut the fuck up, respectfully.
Right.
And then he's got that I apparently was the source for DEC on the Minuteman show. All I did was tell him he's aggressive and to be wary of him.
What's the issue with that?
And then he's like, well, he almost gave him the Instagram password. Dummy, I was trying to get.
Oh, he's looking at the camera now.
No, I'm not. I didn't even see it.
Mark my words.
I was trying to help.
What are people? What are people?
When
you were
your
trying
wife
to
was
help
in labor. Did I or did I not?
Yes.
Offer to either bring food or
yes,
ask if
I
you
thought that
guys
was
needed-
very strange. But I said no. I'm not a dick. I'm not a fucking dick.
Rare Cullinane funny line.
I'm not a dick. I said thanks. We're all set here, and then I even said just keeping it. Think of Instagram ideas.
Rich, think of it from.
I was like, this might
sorry.
be weird, but I just wanted to ask because
did I ever say you were a bad
This
guy?
might be weird, but I want to check the stitches on your wife's vagina after having the baby. Is that strange?
Haven't you described me on the show as aggressive?
Yes.
You've said that he's aggressive.
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't think that's a put down. I mean,
No.
I am aggressive
No,
personally.
with that comes. I will say, Rich. So you never met him before, right?
Correct.
So you would go into the delivery room, like where his wife just had a baby, and bring like Chipotle or something.
It was before.
Subway,
I was in the city.
It was before she had a baby. It wasn't right after. It was right before.
I want you to know something right now. I am here. I'm bringing you food. And I want to say one thing about this food. That fucking DEC motherfucker is a fucking liar. I'm going to fucking bring him down.
I think one of the things. I admit that might be weird, but I don't know. It's just like I wanted to help the guy.
Speaking of the microphone.
Sorry. I like the guy. I wanted to help.
You like the guy,
but I didn't shit on you for it.
No, I understand that, but then it comes out that I'm trying to worm my way in here, and it was almost like you want to give the.
You're using somebody else's words and then making me.
Whose words are those?
You told him
DEC's I said aggressive and
What a
fucking
pub for DEC.
weary.
I mean, that's bullshit. That's just.
Then that's your fucking opinion.
Dave, that's fucking bullshit, man. Seriously, I'm with him. That's fucking bullshit. Okay. Fuck you for that.
Yeah, classic Conan.
What are we talking about? The interpretation I had is that Kelleher was trying to take over the account.
That's what I thought too.
No.
Do you want the account?
No.
You don't want
I wanted to help the account.
Okay.
And the one thing that I did say was, can I please help posting? You don't have to tell them. I just want to help do it.
And I would never have given I don't even own that's Steve the show's account. I don't own shit.
Which I understand.
Okay.
But
I think you should have access to it.
During the.
Would that bother you, Dave, or no?
It's not that it would bother me. I would stop doing it. I would not.
Why?
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 We can't have both.
Oh, okay.
Can't have both.
I just don't want to be a part of it. Like if
I
don't
like.
I don't.
So again,
I mean, I just don't. I don't like the approach with
it's
this.
beneath him.
If you were a P1 to the old show, you would know
Yeah.
that it's not personal. It's a show.
I'm
And
not
you
talking
take
about
things-
personal. I just don't want
take
anything to do
things-
with you.
You take things so seriously as if it's. Oh my God! I can't believe they said that. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
now,
you gotta be loose for more
now
laughs.
I'm not gonna.
But you're right, and I.
Now I'm not gonna. Now I'm not gonna. Now I'm not gonna post. Now I'm not gonna post on the. Now I'm not gonna post on the show. I'm not gonna post anymore. I'm
He's
not
a lot
gonna.
of laughs,
I'm like,
this
dude,
guy.
you are holding the Instagram hostage
Let me say
because of
something
your
to you,
person.
Dave, right now. Let me say something to you, Dave, right now. Okay, you gotta stop being so fucking serious. You gotta take this fucking seriously. It's a fucking show. If you're a P1, you know it's a fucking show.
As he
It's a
looks through your
fucking
soul.
show. Fucking kill your children.
So go back to it. If I get access, why? Which by the way, DEC, you gave
We
me.
gotta get off.
You gave me.
I don't think so. Actually, I'm
I like
enjoying
DEC,
it.
but Jesus.
I'm enjoying it.
this whole like he almost gave him the access. That fucking boomer, idiot, gave me access to his personal Instagram account, which I had.
What do you think of that?
I had
What do you
his.
think of that
I had
twist,
his
Mike?
personal.
Shots fired.
I had his. He didn't do it. He didn't connect it right. So I
Why
had
are
access
people- why-
to his
why does-
personal Instagram account.
why have I
and,
allowed this to
and,
happen in my
and
life?
DEC, not only.
All they said to me was, just talk a little more sports. You'll make a fucking $1 million a year. Just go home.
Don't be
go.
as-
Just don't
What
be
did
a
it
dick.
kill you?
It
To talk
might-
about the Red Sox
it
once in a
might
while.
have, but so what? You know?
Oh, hold
Have
on.
dinner with Sam Kennedy a couple of times a year. Swallow your pride. And just go home and then
Dave Dombrowski. Can you believe they fired Dave Dombrowski in the middle of the night?
Yeah, give him credit. Great move. Great organization. Great organization. And now I've got somebody talking about somebody's what is can anybody crystallize this for me?
I can't.
I can. I think we misunderstood, and the fight is even more irrelevant than we thought it was.
Yes.
Well, wait,
We thought it was a fight about our Instagram account.
It's actually with DEC's personal Instagram account.
My problem was that the Minifan.
This guy goes right from Red Bull to his like you are a fucking lunatic.
The Minifan show does an episode on Friday night before we're supposed to have our little summit here.
Those bastards.
Do you think that was? Deliberate?
I don't.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
I don't really know.
They knew what they were doing.
I don't.
Those
Yes,
sons of bitches.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So DEC sets.
Mike called. All fairness, Rich. Mike called me. I was surprised. Friday night, like it was Saturday morning, 2:30 in the morning. And it was like, can you fucking believe this?
Well, I woke up in a sweat. I was like, my God,
assholes!
Why would they do that on a Friday night of all nights?
No, it was obvious.
No,
it was
it was so obvious to all of us. Rich.
To
I'm with you.
paint me.
So obvious, it's almost not worth talking about.
To paint me, set the dialogue.
Right.
And what I did is
the
then,
weekend
It's
was
that
and then-
important.
the weekend was filled with this dialogue.
It's that important. DEC is kind of like me in the sense of he reacts a little bit more passionately than he should in certain situations too. Don't
I
you
would
agree?
say,
What do you mean?
we all like DEC.
Yes.
I think he's
Well,
getting
not all of us.
I think he's some of us. I think he's getting a little too much pub here in this.
No. Fuck DEC.
Agreed. Great.
Fuck DEC.
No.
And then
That's fine.
he tells me that the
Doubling down.
the text message that I posted that when I said to you about Friday saying you're gonna
Yes.
hate me now.
Yes.
And that was the line. DEC, you haven't done anything relevant. You had the The first thing when Kirk came on the Minifan show and he said
DC
that
show has
that,
nothing to
thank
do with
God.
the show. He just talks about the show. It's an after show. So why you think you should critique his show
Hey, wait a second.
is fucking
Not
stupid.
an after
All right.
show.
Dave,
we do the
Dave,
after show.
Contractually.
Dave, what do you care if he makes fun of DEC?
Dave,
What he was fucking
adults are
what,
speaking.
No, I want to defend him. I don't think he's doing anything wrong in the situation.
Well,
so.
Keller's making a lot of sense here. Let him continue.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay, all right, buddy.
So he does in the last.
He's getting out Cullen.
All right,
Shut up, bitch.
Go ahead.
In the last couple of months, this DEC guy.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Let me get it.
Oh,
here's all.
we're back on DC.
Where's the evidence finally?
His manifesto.
I gave this to you because I had so much information. But wait, there's more.
Oh, that's right. You printed full page. Nice.
How many parody Kelleher accounts will there be at the end of the day?
Oh God.
Oh, and Steve from Providence, don't get me started. He wants to literally.
Okay, we won't get you started, but go ahead, continue. Fine, no problem.
Mark David Kelleher.
So
John Wayne Keller.
DEC says that when I posted the text message to Cullinane, which didn't have any of his words, by the way, didn't have any of his
About
words.
what though?
No,
I
but
don't even know where this
I
starts.
I texted him after.
Mike, are you listening to this or no?
I'm hearing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you have any idea what he's about to say? Do you know what he's talking about when he talks about DEC? About
I don't know how DEC got involved at all.
What are you texting? You're texting Cullinane
No,
or DEC?
I texted Cullinane
about
and said,
what?
After this show or
What show?
Friday show.
Okay.
When the whole I flipped you over and used my,
the Dice
Roman
Clay
rights
show.
and yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Take your time.
Emotional.
He sent me an email practically saying that I'm removing access from you.
Practically saying that.
And
What
that
did you say,
I
Dave?
need to.
Dave, what did you say?
What did I say to DEC?
Oh, DEC said that.
DEC
Okay,
said
I
that.
don't know what the
and
fuck
then
is
he
going
said,
on.
I need to take care of and protect Kirk's show and my show.
That's very
And-
nice.
And yeah, it was. And my point was, you haven't done anything relevant in 3 months.
Also true.
So just
Yeah.
so we're clear.
DEC. And
Just so
hold on,
hold on.
and
You
one
shut
more
the
thing.
fuck
You
up.
shut the fuck
No,
up.
no.
You
You've
shut the
said
fuck up.
enough.
No. You shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Shut up.
Quiet. Be quiet.
It's not funny.
I'm speaking.
You're not
I'm
funny.
speaking. No.
It's not
Dave,
funny.
Dave, I'm
DEC
speaking.
on the show said that this guy can still prove himself to be a part of his world.
Why would I want to do that?
Okay, that's your fucking
Well,
problem.
didn't you
That's
like
your
help him with the
fucking problem.
post show or something?
Yes. He helped script it.
Those are good.
And
So what's the DC does a great job with those? What's
He
the,
said, "This is excellent. Can I attribute your name on air?" What did I say to that? You don't need to do anything. It's your broadcast.
Correct.
All I want to do is help this show and be a part of it and work with you down the road.
Yes.
And now he's trying to say that I'm trying to climb the ladder.
Yeah, and then this weekend all you do is chirp the fact that DC said this. I didn't want credit, but I got credit. Blah blah blah. You
I
want
did it.
fucking credit. You want to
No.
be a part of the world.
Read this, you fucking idiot. Read it. My God, you're so fucking annoying.
Look at this guy.
Oh boy.
Look at this guy. You want to be a part of the world. Just say it.
No.
Just say it.
I already am a part of the world more, and I've done more for this show than you have. I have people bending. I'm bending my will around them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Everybody.
Tell me what you have done.
Steve-
And by the way, I haven't done anything. I haven't sold anything. There's 4,000
No,
followers
no,
on
you
your
haven't.
Instagram
Oh,
account.
and here's the best part. You thought that
This won't be the
I
best
would
part,
give
Ed.
you.
This won't be the-
I would give you this lead
Yeah. Yes.
after.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you.
We
Okay,
can talk
so
about that, yeah.
fine.
You're
Okay,
welcome,
something.
sir.
I
Now we've gotten to
recognize.
something
thank
relevant.
You, Rich finally closes.
Yeah.
So there was. I'm guessing it's Massage Envy then, or no?
No.
It's not. Okay. Well, you mentioned earlier. Okay, so whatever Company X, we'll just say.
Yes.
So
do you really not know?
I don't know
You,
any.
talk,
of that
you
stuff.
talked about it, but it's fine. Yeah.
I didn't name the company.
No, they
No.
didn't name the
No.
company. Do you really not know the company?
I don't know the company.
Interesting. Okay.
Why is that interesting?
No,
Why would I want to know that? If it's not closed, the fuck do I want to know for?
Just interesting that you don't do your job, Kirk. That's all.
What
That's
do you
all
want
Rich
me
is
to- what do you
saying.
want me to know? I'm trying to do the show here.
No, I understand that. I just thought he would say it after the air, so you.
Why?
Know what, that's a good question.
You
No.
apologize to me?
I'm sorry, Kirk.
Thank you.
There we go.
So there. See, I like this guy better than you, Coleman.
You know what? I'll give you one more stroke.
What?
For
What did
no.
you just say?
I'm
trying to think what the
for our tea time was what that was supposed to be.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
But then,
Sure it was.
But then you stared into my eyes and I cowered.
Mike, I don't know what's going on.
So I'm amazed that these two guys have never met each other. Like
They belong
the
together.
anger.
So anyway,
so hold
this-
on. Do you want this? Can I give the sale thing? Do you mind?
Well, let me just do it for the
Okay,
listeners because
yeah,
you can't do anything. You know that.
Yes.
You know that.
Particularly sales.
Okay, go on.
He didn't like that one.
No, it's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can take a joke. I can take a joke. No big deal.
That's great. I love jokes. No one loves jokes more than Will Cullinane.
It was a good week.
That's who it is, by the way. You don't.
Okay, I've spoken to those people already. So fine. Okay, so there's this company. So great, we like them. And it sounds like Rich did all the legwork and Dave wanted all the credit.
No, that's not how.
Okay, well that's how. It was.
Actually, yes, I'll admit. No, but no, because I don't want to make it look. I don't want to make it look. I don't want to.
Actually, yes.
Colleen is a national treasure.
No,
I mean, come on.
No, but I don't want to make it look like that.
I will say there's a nice quality about Cullen that he can't lie. Like if you get him, he's like, yeah, you know what, you're right.
So unless you're Alan Dershowitz.
Wait, and one
unless there's the one guy in the world you shouldn't lie to, then he lies.
The most powerful lawyer.
That's what my dad said. He goes, if you lose to a guy who tried to lie to Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah. We'll edit
well,
that
now
part.
that we've got his dad's take.
Yeah, you can edit that part out, Steve. All right, so Dave, go ahead.
So we texted. Look, we've texted a lot, right, about the show, about Instagram.
Mike, have you seen those pages? How many pages there are?
It's a lot. It looks like a lot. It's all right.
That's all
No,
right.
hold on.
A lot of
read
pages.
them. Read them.
It is a lot of pages.
So we texted a lot of ideas.
To those who doubted me as a boy,
I bequeath.
You'll all see the power of Rich Keller. This is interesting stuff.
I leave all my belongings to Rich Keller Library.
So we text about
one more question.
Nope,
Shut
there
up.
you go. So we text about a lot of things.
I have another
Rich,
question. Kirk, I have a question.
You can ask him. You can let him talk, Rich. Okay.
Jesus
Shut up
Christ.
for a second. Okay. You can stroke me later. Go ahead, Dave.
So we text about
stroke Mike for a second, would you please?
So we text about a lot of things.
Go ahead.
And he just starts we've texted about sales ideas.
Can you only imagine? Can you imagine these texts, Mike?
Yes,
It's got to be great.
Can you imagine
Can we just cut to the fucking chase about it though? Can we?
Sure.
You know, I mentioned the CPM model to Kirk, and he kind of just sloughed me off. But I'm thinking it's
fuck you.
So we start.
No, fuck you.
We talk about sales. He mentions he has an in because he is a past client of the one he just showed you.
Gotcha.
So he had been working them, I believe, in the past.
What
Is that
about
accurate?
the other one?
Hold on.
What about the other one that I sent over?
What's the other one?
Who my
You
best,
started like this
who
guy,
my,
aren't you, Mike?
my best friend works at. My best friend works at a place. She's one of the managers, and I said I did that too.
Oh, the one that I
for
already
you.
talked to.
Yes,
Oh,
and I was going to do that for you. But
Okay, great.
Hold on,
Whatever.
No
Okay.
one has any
Wait, but you're not.
idea.
Wait, hold on. But
I
wait,
was
wait.
trying.
You weren't doing. I don't
this
even know your
entertaining, Steve,
point.
or no?
I don't even know
For
your
us?
point.
for us. It is.
I don't care about anybody.
Wait a
else.
minute. You just said you talked to a client for me, but why
No,
would
no.
you be
I
talking to a
just-
client for me
I
with that
just-
one that you just said?
Walked right in the
I'm
Cullen.
saying,
Wait, why would you
just
do that?
talked-
Mike,
I
you've
said-
done that before.
Said the spider to the
You
fly.
were pitching someone, right?
I pitched
that
somebody.
That one client.
Correct.
That one business. And I said, my best friend
Works
there.
Correct.
Let me see if we can get an inside.
Seems like we're
And I
getting
had already
bogged
picked them.
down in the details.
I don't think
trying
so.
to help.
Okay.
How about DEC
No,
too?
but that's right.
Oh shit!
But you
Look
were
out,
you were just trying to
Back in
help.
the back.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's it.
Yes.
So why, when this other client
Keller's now
comes
moved
up,
closer to Cullen.
and this
if you're-
other
if you're
client
listening
comes
to
up.
this.
Right.
why?
Mike, I've never seen Mike look so uncomfortable in his life.
Why what?
Why
Is this
when,
an intimidation
when this other
move?
client comes up?
Is it effective? It's a
Why
sales
would I
move.
not think you're not trying to help me on that other client if you were trying to help me on the one you just mentioned?
Because it's my client, my situation, my business relationship.
Okay, and when you
which
told
I
me,
spoke to, which I
when
spoke
No
you
one
told
fucks with
me,
his clients.
when you told me that
Have you
was
tweeted
your
about this yet,
intention,
Steve,
I
or
said
no?
go to
Probably
town,
not,
talk
right?
to Steve.
Right.
Did I not?
Oh.
Have you tweeted about this or no?
What bothered me? What bothered me was the, So I'm going to. What
By the
is
way,
this thing? By the way,
By the way, I asked Dave to explain something, and it's nobody's capable of. That's how it all
Because
started.
you won't
Wait,
stop
wait.
talking. and
I
you-
haven't said anything.
Look at this fucking clown.
What? Hold on. I said
Oh, they're getting
that I'm going in.
really cozy now.
I'm going in to that one client,
That's what
and then
what you said many
hopefully
times.
it'll go well.
Okay.
And then I will reach out to Steve with next details. And then you said, with me, haha. And I went, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so I
with,
thought
with me,
Yes,
haha.
I will admit to that. I thought-
But my
would I
question,
do that?
Dave, my question is, and maybe you have a good answer for it. Why do you need to be? If he closes something,
No. I don't need to be in that situation. It was in its early stage in my mind.
But why are you
was
even
that he
involved?
was working this
But why are
client?
you involved in that though?
No, we were just always talking about sales. I thought he was literally just like he was helping me on all the shit that I was working on.
After-
but I said I was wrong. Like when he said he
Okay.
wanted a commission
Okay,
on
well,
it,
then fine.
I told him I
Nope.
was wrong. Go to Steve.
Did he say that, Rich?
Didn't say I wanted a commission. I just didn't want you to get anything.
That's fine, but did I say you could?
I respect that.
You
Okay,
absolutely did.
then that's it.
And there's one
As
more.
long as you
there's,
die
there's,
penniless, I will be happy.
But Rich, here's my Rich. If you only want to do good for the show, then what do you care? Why don't you just close it?
I will close it.
But-
I didn't trust him handling it. If
That's-
you want to know the
that's
honest
your-
to God
that's
truth,
your
reason.
because this
Hard to
whole-
argue that.
when,
The guy makes a lot of good
When
points.
he did his Mercedes thing and he was like, "Yeah, fucking," that's literally how he talks. And
I know.
My relationship with said client, both personal because I do like them.
This is a family business.
I am a client. I am a client of theirs, and the professional relationship.
Perfect. You should
I
do
thought
the
you.
reads.
I thought you were gonna fuck it up.
Okay.
Honest to God.
Whoa.
Kelleher is comfortable now. Eased back into his chair.
Trust you.
I don't like you.
I know you don't.
Okay, so we're done.
And then one more thing. If you said that I need to be wary of you and all this stuff and everything, why would you trust me with this lead?
Right.
Why did you trust me with the lead?
Why did I trust you with your own lead?
Yes. Why would
It's
you
your
want that from
fucking
me?
lead.
No. But why would you trust me to be like, yeah? Now I'm going to trust this guy. It's one-way Cullinane. That's
You
what
give
you
me
are.
a
You're
number and I
one-way-
talk to a
you're
person and figure it out
one-way
myself? Who
Cullinane.
gives a fuck?
One-way Cullinane.
Okay, this performance is. I can't.
I like
What do you mean?
performance, Dave.
I don't know. I can't.
What do you
that's
mean?
true too. What do I mean?
Yeah.
The act that you're putting on right now?
What act am I putting
You're
on?
fucking nuts.
That's no act, Dave.
I don't.
I mean, did you see my post on me? Yes, I know.
Okay. Whatever.
ADD, ADHD.
Okay.
Anxiety, depression.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, we made fun of his madness when he was in the studio. I never thought he would actually do anything about it. I'm just practicing my interview with the news later.
You'll be dead.
All the warning signs were there, and then the massacre. The massacre at Red 13
kind of solved
Studios.
everything here today, don't you?
I think we have.
I think we figured everything out.
Yeah, we really got into the bottom.
So where are we?
Well, DEC is a fuck.
We know
Oh,
this.
yeah, we know that. Oh, yes, he is.
Can you?
Yes, he is. Yes,
Is this
he is.
relationship between you two repairable?
Well, no. Here's
Feels
all
like-
right. All right, Kirk.
Steve's
Here's
going
my
through the
thing.
bag,
Steve,
which
what are
is
you
the
doing?
First good thing he's done the whole show.
Just making sure. Making sure we're all set.
All right, we're
here.
good. We're good?
All right, we're good.
It's anthrax all over your hands.
Did you pat me down when I came in here? No. That might have been a
Then
mistake.
you'll never be really sure.
So go ahead. So
might have been a
I don't understand why. What am I missing here? Why can't you guys get along?
I just don't.
Now what is it? He's getting closer and closer.
I just,
Wait.
I just don't like him. Like,
Wait,
just that's it.
Colin, what did I say to you out there? Is Smitty and Nate at Barstool?
You want to be frenemies.
They're better.
You think there's money in you and I
There
who
is.
are irrelevant in this world.
There's no money there.
There's no money.
Rough and Rowdy?
You think rough and rowdy?
No.
It's fucking insane.
There's
No.
really?
The idea.
That's
The
at least
entire-
the one part of this
entire
thing
Minifan
is I
world.
don't think I'm relevant
The
in this world.
entire. I don't think I am either.
I would like anyone to try and get Dave Portnoy to listen to this and say, "Oh, sure, yeah, you'll fight a rough and rowdy."
The entire Minifan world hates me. I have no allies. I'm a one-man army.
Yeah, but that's
Which is deliberate.
It's not going to
It's-
happen. There's not. I thought you didn't care about yourself.
Yeah, it's for the show. No, he wants to be hated for the show.
Oh,
But
I got you.
I already am hated. I mean, Steve from Providence, literally,
We know, but nobody really like you're kind of new. It'll take some time.
I totally understand that.
Right.
Things
Okay.
take time, as we know.
And also,
true.
this is the first people are hearing of you.
Yeah, they're going to hate you more after this. That's true.
Have we ever heard of someone in radio just coming in out of nowhere, not earning their stripes, paying their dues, and just coming
So
into
right
a-
now you're
a lot of
comparing
similarities
this,
between you
you're
two,
comparing this
actually.
moment to Kirk.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
When did I say that?
Okay, I want to be clear about
I'm
this.
just saying hypothetically, was there someone who ever did that?
Yep.
And
But you're not. But nothing you say makes sense. Like at some point, something has to make sense in a sentence.
You don't think there's a lot of money between us?
I know you think everything makes sense, but I'm here to
don't.
tell you it doesn't.
I think Cullinane and I together could make content that the fans would care about.
Okay.
From a competition
but
standpoint,
here's the thing.
I want to beat him in everything that we could do. We could do a rocks, paper, scissors right now. Let's go.
Okay.
One of the great battles.
I don't think we need you to really to riff here.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb
He's
war.
doing
Let's go.
Let me just handle it. I'll handle it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's up to Dave. Dave runs the Instagram account. So Dave, you're not letting him on the Instagram account.
No.
Okay, that's fine. He runs it. It's his world.
That's fine.
I think we should give him whatever he wants until he gets out of this room.
Mike, please recap or give me some thoughts here. Will the fans of this show enjoy the last half hour?
Oh yes,
Yeah, okay,
yes,
good,
the
okay.
hardcore fans.
Yeah.
Don't try and get anyone on board on this episode.
No, this is not a big deal.
Don't recommend this one to your friends.
This isn't a big deal. I don't think it's a tough ask for any of the other fans. All I want them to do, one of them, please, transcribe the whole thing and please make some sense of it. That's all I'm asking you to do. That doesn't seem so difficult, does it?
No, I think.
What are you doing with this video? This is evidence, Steve, this video? Can Steve grab Rich, give Steve your mic for a second. Steve Robbs, the producer of the show, has been give me some of your thoughts.
Well, I mean, it's clear that Rich has learned from Willie Colon that the closer you get to
That's
somebody,
true.
the more physically intimidating
Yes.
you are. What are
Yes.
we pointing up for?
You may go pee. Yes, you can. Go ahead. Good.
Pee break boss, he says.
Go ahead now. Let's lock the door.
Back corner.
Yeah. What's
instincts?
All right. Now that he's gone,
I don't even know what
is
to
anyone else incredibly uncomfortable?
I've learned a lot of lessons in the last week. Not to be a bitch.
First of all, he's in. He's part of the family.
First of all, Cullinane knew more about this guy than anybody, and as a new father, showed up for this.
First of all, you recommended this guy.
I did.
That's true.
Yeah. He just basically snapped this week. He's playing a character because what he just said. He thinks
Or was
me
he
and
pla-
him as enemies.
Is he?
Or was he playing a character before and he was selling you on being a regular person?
Right.
Oh,
Or is he?
Yeah.
I know you're a tough guy. I know you're a tough guy to fool.
I probably
but,
got, I got catfished for sure. Yeah.
But I mean, I will say this: he's he's wandering around right now. He can't find the bathroom. He is part of the family, isn't he? Now, Mike. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
there's
would
no
say
way. Like he's just going to be part of the world.
Yeah.
There's no way he's not going to be.
Right. The only thing I question is
it
maybe
it has to end somehow.
Oh, it certainly will. What's that, Mike?
I just wonder if he's all there. That's been a question I've wondered.
I haven't really seen any
the
evidence
last
to
half
suggest
hour.
that's up to you. I don't think so. I think he's fine.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm just making sure everyone's on board with that.
So he's not going to be part of Instagram, which is fine. I don't care about.
Is he okay with that?
He said he was okay with it.
Okay.
I mean, he was like his face.
Is that what he said? I didn't gather that.
His
Yeah.
fist was like red when he said it, and he was like shaking. But I think he was okay with it. By the way, there's like a 6% chance he's going to the bathroom and blowing his brains out.
Yeah. The old,
which would be unbelievable.
The gun is taped under the toilet. Steve Foolish looks in his bag.
I feel like Cullinane's safe. I think DEC needs to be worried, and Steve from Providence. These two guys are in.
Yes.
You mean physically?
Yes, in the eye of the
DC's
storm.
just getting a bad rap. He didn't say shit on that podcast.
I don't.
Oh, gee, you think
I know you don't worry about it.
I think DEC's fine.
You think the DEC aspect may
I
have been blown
know,
out of proportion?
So where are you at on it, Steve?
I agree. I think he's part of the world.
Okay, good.
I thought he put on a great performance.
Yes, we
Definitely
all
brought
think
some
he's a
energy.
great guy. That's exactly what we've been saying. Yes, a terrific. Whoa, welcome back, Rich. I didn't see you there. Yes, yes.
All right, let me have the mic back, Steve. We'll wrap it up because I don't even know what to say. So, the Instagram. Do you hate him, Dave, or no?
I don't hate anybody. It's close. Though.
Really?
Yeah, it's close.
What was that?
How close? It was kind of like a.
What was that?
I don't know. I wouldn't do it again.
What do you do? What are you? Like, what do you do for a living? What's your existence?
It's being your friend.
What do you do?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We play golf.
No, seriously, what do you do?
Project manager in advertising.
Okay, so you have an actual company you work for, or you work for yourself?
Myself.
So you have family money.
Didn't say that.
You do though.
I didn't say.
I know
that.
guys who wear shoes and socks like that have.
So
have family.
A joke about the shoes and socks. I got these and it says actually. Dave.
No. Just
What does it say?
Say it.
What does it say?
Hello.
I was fucking talking.
Okay. Just remember
Yes.
that.
I saw
The
those.
humor.
And,
Yeah.
actually, these are.
Just remember that.
I got them at.
Oh, everyone will remember the name Rich Keller.
I got them at Newberry Comics, and then tweeted it out and said like, which one should I wear? Did you see that?
I did
I
not
tagged
see
you in
that.
it.
I didn't see it.
I tagged the Kirk Minahan show in it.
You
did a lot of good promotion for the Instagram for this conversation, by
Yeah,
the way.
I did.
It was like the most
Because
thing
I
that
don't
anyone's ever
fucking
talked
care about the conversation.
So
And I don't fucking care about
Rich,
you.
What do you have a girlfriend?
No.
I believe that. Do you
Shock.
Do you have? What do you do? What's your day?
What's my day?
Yes. What do you do every day? Like, what do you do when you get up? Not today, but tomorrow, last Thursday. What's a Rich Kelleher day?
Tea Towns at 1 o'clock at Woodland with you.
We got the joke.
You're not funny, other than when you're actually being serious. Like, what do you do? God, you scare the shit out of me. Let's say that.
I don't. I mean, I work. Well, currently, right now, I'd say that I just finished a 3-month contract at a company.
3-month sentence to the facility.
And doing some side stuff, but I'm actually looking for a new job now.
I'm gonna say something right
Some
now.
side stuff. I'd like to delve more into that.
I would not. I'm gonna say it right now. I think you and Cullinane, it's a $5 million business.
There's a lot of money in it.
$5 million
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
I think
there's a lot
between
of
the
I
two.
agree.
I think so. Any questions you have for us, Rich?
None at all.
Nothing.
No.
What are you gonna do now for the show going forward?
Well, I guess nothing. Instagram. I mean,
Well, are you gonna
Not
sell?
Keep
What
making
What
sales.
are you doing? I mean, you're part of the family.
well, that would be completely up to you.
We don't disqualify people because they're crazy. We bring them in. I mean, so what are you gonna do?
What do you want me to do?
No.
All right. That was a Mike Gary with Erica. I understand that.
That's a life loser answer.
that
You're a
was-
life winner.
That was awful.
Yes.
Um,
Of the two of us, yes.
have I already reached out to a few other companies about potential advertising? Yeah, I have.
Oh, Jesus. Great. Good. You're the
So
representative.
I have
so
an
our
idea.
our
Hold on.
two outside sales representatives are Dave Cullinane and Rich Kelleher. That's who the world is seeing. Just to be clear. Okay. Just want to make
The
sure.
face of the company.
We bring in the sane one, Cullinane.
Now, what will your commission be, Rich, if you make a sale?
I have whatever it is.
I like the sound of that.
What does that
I don't
mean?
know. Like whatever we come.
Whatever
to.
we want.
What does that mean? You're a sales guy. What do you want? What would you like? You care about the show, so I mean, it shouldn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't matter actually.
Okay.
So I mean,
So zero.
it could be fine.
Okay, good.
Whatever I can.
That's
do
how
to
you
help the show.
negotiate, Dave, right there.
It's a good negotiation.
No, like I honestly don't. I don't care. It's not why I'm doing this. It's not why I've done.
Why
any
are
of this.
you doing this?
I have no idea because I like this show. It means a lot to me. It means
Okay.
a lot. The last 7 months when you were off air, honest to God, was awful. And the fact that this is back, the fact that this is fun, the fact that Steve from Providence has a new lease on life that he can go after me, which he did say. Did you?
It's not really what I had in mind. The answer to your question will be no. I did not see anything between you two.
He said that it looks like that my pubic hair is covered with Cheeto dust because I'm a redhead. And in my video, I told him that I used manscaped.com/Kirk and got 20% off, and I'm very happy down there. So, Steve,
Always selling this guy.
Steve, listen. You listening, Steve from Providence? Look, I thought you were going to come to Red 13 Studios. You said you wanted to punch me in the face. Start a GoFundMe. $5,000.
What is that?
If you get if the Minifans can contribute $5,000, I will let you hit me in the face at Red 13 Studios whenever you want. Get to $5,000.
Just do it the day when I'm
Rich,
not here. It's fine.
Do you see Steve from Providence in the room with us now?
No.
Okay.
I just got that. Well played. Mike. Well played. No, percentage wise.
Why is DC in here?
He's been talking.
Who's a bigger fuck? For all the relevancy, they're both hugely relevant figures in our lives. Is DEC or Steve from Providence a bigger fuck?
DEC, because he literally lied on
Yeah, I think
on the air.
On the air.
A lie. And what was the lie, just to be clear?
Oh, he said
How many
that.
times do you have to say it, shithead?
Yeah.
Much more clear can it be?
I'm sorry.
You fucking dummy.
Well, what he did was he took Cullinane's bullshit,
Right.
Because he's a Cullinane guy, and
Right.
tried to smear me. And who would? Can
I ask you a serious question?
Ask a question.
Oh,
when I went on Reddit, and started posting our conversations.
Deleted your 3 accounts and every post you made.
Oh yeah, because I don't need to be on it.
You're fucking nuts.
I don't want to have interaction with the fans now. I know what I am.
Do you worry?
I'm the foil.
You don't want
Everyone
to
hates
have interaction with the fans, but yet you just challenged Steve Providence
Oh
for
no!
$5,000.
I want him to hit me in the face because he said that's what he wanted to
Now,
do.
are you considering taking legal action against DEC? For
No.
smearing you?
No,
for
it's fine.
slander. Oh,
It's
I think
fine.
you have a hell of a honestly a hell of a case.
But what I wanted to do was prove that I would go there. And
Go where?
If
Is there somewhere you want? Is there somewhere you want to go, Rich?
Not at all. I want to go play golf with you.
Where are they telling you to go?
I think I'm just gonna drive myself to McLean.
I think
it might be. If I listen to this, I'm driving myself.
Really
to
good
McLean.
idea. Do you have a family?
Yeah.
Parents?
My mom is a huge Kirk Minahan fan. She literally loves you.
Okay.
And my neighbor Kim, hi Kim. She wanted to tell you that she thinks you sound very good. You sound very healthy. She's a huge fan of you.
Okay. Jesus Christ, Mike.
Proud day.
That's how it ends.
Well, like I said, it's been nice. Thank you for having me in.
I'll tell you the real winners in this. Peter and Patricia Minahan.
They didn't have to live to see this.
They would say, what happened?
Stoop to this level.
What happened?
Our boy was in broadcasting, worked for a reputable station, made a lot of money.
Huge star. Go ahead.
Can I give my final thing here?
I don't know what that means, but
Well,
sure.
The final solution.
My guess is it won't be, but sure.
My
Why
final
not?
my final pitch.
Oh yeah,
So
go ahead.
what I think Dave wouldn't do would be, and that's why I went to the Chevalier Theater. Andrew Dice Clay going to be there 7:30
I saw that.
10:30
Yep,
p.m.
yep, that was good.
Yeah, you did. Thanks MHB again for tweeting that out for me. That's exactly what I wanted. So everyone says that blind Mike got his start by telling Portnoy that he was going to get wallets thrown at him, but that's not the truth.
No,
it's
deeper than that. Yeah,
he started after the Deflategate protest in NFL headquarters, and you took a train, drove whatever, all the way down there and said, "Hey guys, like, I'm here," and that was the funniest thing. And everyone in
That
the
sounds
Barstool,
really funny.
everyone in the Barstool universe said that Blind Mike gets it. Blind Mike understands it. He's fun, and he's funny.
Of course, he didn't get a job out of that.
And as someone with, and this is 100% true, as someone with a family with RP, when you did that one podcast on Trash Talk, talking about it, as
what are we doing here? This is your wrap up thing?
No, I'm talking to Mike.
I know, but nobody gives a shit.
Well, no, all right, so
He's just talking to me. We were just talking. Hey, buzz off if you don't like it. We're just chatting here.
Mike's little pity party podcast
yeah.
he did?
No, what Mike has his blindness.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? We know he's blind.
So my point is that I'd be willing to go to NFL headquarters and get wallets thrown in my face for this show and make money off of it. I don't think Dave has that.
Yeah, but where's the value in that? The value in you driving to New York and throwing a wall in your face?
It's more metaphorically. If that's what I have to do for this show to make money, let's do it.
He's aspiring to be the great Blind Mike is what he's saying, and I respect
that. I thought I was your hero.
I didn't say you weren't.
Mike? Confused.
Don't say it with such disgust.
I like Mike's breaking your balls so he starts to tell how great Mike is. He's quiet.
No, this guy's making a lot of sense.
But that was supposed to be his final point.
No,
I don't understand.
I wasn't done yet.
Oh, I apologize.
Thanks,
Sure.
Thanks. I accept your apology, Kirk.
We're going till noon today, so just so you know.
One of the things you always said at EEI that drove you nuts was that no one cared about their shows.
Correct.
All the people on air, no one cared. And you couldn't understand that.
I don't understand that.
No, trust me, I don't get it either.
No,
because you were constantly thinking about it, constantly.
You have your own show or podcast you'd like to promote here?
No, not at all.
You should.
I don't.
Okay. Well, you should. Maybe when Mike's on vacation, you could fill in for him.
Sure.
Can Dave Cullinane and I do a podcast, Dave?
No.
There's money there.
Why not?
No.
There's money there.
What's the name of it?
You
Rich?
versus me. One way Cullinane.
No.
Featuring.
Dave is not amused.
I'm not amused.
I've never seen Cullinane so.
Wait, Dave.
No.
Dave.
No.
Do you have? I saw this on Reddit too. Maybe it was on the Discord. Do you have a godparent yet for the Godfather?
I do not, but thanks.
And in that moment, you see Dave thinking if he got the proper life insurance. And
I think there's a chance that Kelleher may be the most hated figure in the Minifan universe after
this.
And that's
do you think?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Listen. Can you imagine being MHB that did a podcast for 8 months, 9 months talking about Kirk Minahan, his hero, bleeds out on air. I really think that Kirk is my friend. And I come out of I come out of nowhere. No Twitter account. He posted for me 20,000 views. Thanks a lot, MHB. I appreciate that.
We got it.
I also retweeted.
Yeah,
That's
that might be the major part of that.
Dave.
I just
no one. Come on.
Have you actually touched him yet, or no? There's no contact.
No contact.
He's very close.
Would you like him to move, Dave?
I would love him.
Move over.
I'd love him to move out the door personally.
Rich, move away from Dave. Let Dave.
Okay, Kirk.
Let Dave. Thank you.
Don't breathe a little bit.
We're staring him down though.
Oh boy, the old Willie Cologne stare.
2 calls. Ring, ding.
Okay,
2 calls.
now
I have the Instagram.
I can't do the act. I can't.
What
play
act?
the game.
What are you talking about? What game?
Listen to yourself.
Because you don't get the show. You're not a P1.
Okay.
That's true.
I'm not a P1.
You're not a P1.
Okay, give him the Instagram account.
Game?
I don't want it. I don't want the Instagram account.
No.
I want the Instagram. I want the
Why not?
Instagram account to fail now to prove that I was better than you.
You want my show Instagram account? You want my show to fail?
Yes.
The Instagram account
Just the
to fail.
Instagram account
Get
to
the
fail.
fuck out of here then.
Okay.
Get the fuck out. You want this thing to fail? Get the fuck out.
I said I want the Instagram
Take your
account to
headphones
fail.
on. I'm telling you right now, we'll call security. Get those headphones on. Get your bag. Get the fuck out of here. Go. Get the fuck out of here.
That ended poorly.
Go. Get the fuck out. Go. Get the fuck out of here. Go. I don't like disloyalty. Get those fucking headphones off. Get your papers and get your fat ass out of here. You fucking fuck him. Fuck your mom. Go.
No, actually, I don't want to do
Get
that.
out of here.
Hold on. Don't call security yet.
Go. We're calling security. What? You better beg for forgiveness right now. Go.
Kirk,
Yes.
I would take that back. I'm going to have Steve edit it. I'll pay him. I'll give him a 20.
Thank you.
And you know what? That was wrong. I shouldn't have said I wanted the Instagram to fail.
Okay, good.
But I can guarantee you that the Minifans who hate me will now follow it because they know deep down.
Ooh. You know what? I apologize. You're a mastermind. I didn't think of that.
Thank
well
you.
played.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to Kim and your mom. I apologize. And the DC and the Steve. You realize, Mike, we're never leaving this room, right? This is a hostage situation.
Really played that security hand.
Shit.
I would have left.
I thought what's his face was going to be here. Thrill Ride.
Oh, I wish. That would have been a great idea.
Can you imagine you and I preparing for Rough and Rowdy with Thrill Ride?
Okay, that's not.
That will get that out of your mind. Just get it out of your mind.
Why?
Get it out. Do you think telling him that's an effective way of?
No. No, I don't.
You know what? Just remove that from your mind.
It's Smitty versus Nate. We're better. We can make money together. Let's do like a challenge where we have to fly to Chicago and find our way home, no phone.
There's one
see how long it takes us?
minor detail you're leaving out.
What's that light tail? Yeah.
I know who Smitty and Nate are. I still don't know who either of you are.
No, all right. No, that's totally fair. My point was that Smitty and Nate together make great content. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
The whole poker stuff
I
in
would
Vegas, that was amazing. But
we're way. I know if we started off track. There's no track. I would love to find a track right now and have a train run over me.
Okay, you know what? Tell the
He hypnotized me. I was like, yeah, I agree. No, you're right. You're
the
making
listeners
some good
could
points.
listen to 98.5 or WEI right now. I think they're going to listen to this.
I'm concerned about that, Rich. That's
you're-
not my concern. My concern
You're
is
welcome, Stephen Shea, for
Making
the
it out alive.
downloads. You're welcome, Erica.
Ooh, how bad is that?
But
Shea
why do you
Willie
think
Colon
Why do you
podcast?
think you are the
my
reason
God.
for getting downloads? Kirk invited you
what
in.
do you,
He's
what do you
making
mean?
something of
Am
you.
I the reason? Of course he is. It's part of the game, baby. Play with me. you give me nothing.
I'm loving this guy.
People are tuning in.
God.
They're ready to go. Kelleher Cullinane is amazing. And guess what? You care. You care what people think about you, or you wouldn't respond all day with your wife 9 months pregnant to every
Dave, I gotta
tweet.
say, running an Instagram account when you blame
I think
me.
that's
blaming me,
dramatic.
But you're blaming me.
No,
for
but
this.
that was
Psychopath.
that was a reaction to all that stuff, though. That was a reaction to what
Oh,
was
he
happening.
said, he said to you have no humanity. He said to me, have you no soul? Like,
Yeah, but just
God,
texting
dude.
or
How do I have no
whatever, yeah.
humanity? What have I,
I
done?
don't know. It was dramatic. I was just like, you went on a rant. I felt it was over the line, ball busting.
Oh, have a
for-
little compassion
for where we were.
I believe was the
Listen,
phrase.
I told you, I took the L on it personally. I know.
Okay,
Well,
but
that's
you're still part of the world, right?
I'm part of the world. If you want me to be.
What I don't understand is you have no radio instinct whatsoever.
What are you doing?
You have a
are you
lot
an
of
only
radio
child?
instinct over here.
No, I have a sister who's older.
Been talking off mic most
Your
of the
sister-
episode. No one's gonna hear anything he said.
Does your family? What do they do with you? Like, what do you do? I'm confused by you. Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Does that seem possible to you, Dave?
No, doesn't.
You must be a virgin.
This is very tough for me.
It's tough for us
What's
all.
tough for you, Dave?
It's just
Here's the
I
thing.
can't
How
play
are
the
we
game.
how are we gonna get him to leave?
Yeah, it was a smart move for him to not take off his headphones and leave. However, now there's no way out. He's left us with no options.
All right.
How can you have worked in radio, Dave, and have no instincts at all? And I feel like you'll be driving.
My gut instinct says stay the fuck away from you.
Dave did a great job.
Physically,
Dave.
Okay.
professionally.
Any final? We'll go around the room. We'll start with Mike. Any final thoughts, Mike?
I think we accomplished a lot here. We really got to the bottom of this, and I think Closer is part of the team. Number one salesman, and Dave can report to him on any sales he makes.
Dave Cullinane, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I got nothing. That was wild.
Well, you're still going to run Instagram for us, right?
Sure.
Okay. And you're still working on some sales.
Yeah, pitching people. What can I do?
Good.
Sounds like a confident guy.
Let's end, shall we, with Rich Kelleher. Rich, go ahead. Your final, I would say, tight, edited, condensed thoughts for everyone. That's the do you have a picture of that? That's the craziest person I've ever seen in my life.
Before
Seriously, I mean,
Cullinane.
that is
Cullinane.
like even if he's think
Before-
about it this way. Like
before
think of
you-
hold on, Rich, hold on. If he's kidding, it's almost crazier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, to be able to play that kind of a character.
like, no matter which way you play it, he's insane.
Right.
Which is why I like him. Like I like you. You understand that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Like you I love you. You know that, right?
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay. I'm your like we're best friends.
We said that yesterday at
Yeah.
Woodland.
Like I want to hang out a lot.
That's fine.
Good. Okay. That's okay.
I mean,
I don't want because I don't want to get in the way. Right?
MHB. Did you hear that?
Okay. Like, I don't want to get in the way. You've got a busy day. I don't want to be
No,
a
it's
pain in
fine.
the ass.
It's
I can
fine.
call you and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Excellent. I can have
Whatever you
dinner
wanna
with
talk
you
about.
and Kim and your mom and everybody.
Absolutely.
That would-
My mom invited you over for dinner.
Where do you live?
She wants to come in.
And I know you know where I live. Where do you live?
I live 15. Actually, Barstool Investigators is now on me. He's like, oh, Rich Kelleher was 175 pounds, and then he went to 240. And this whole thing about his lifestyle change, he's making up, which I'm certainly not.
Final condensed thoughts.
I live 15 minutes from here.
Mike, how many irrelevant people has he mentioned?
I live in.
this?
Oh, hold on.
The list is
Right?
too long.
Hold on,
I live in
hold on.
Holliston.
Oh,
I live in
Holliston.
Holliston.
Excellent.
Or my
Awesome.
parents are from Holliston. I live in Brighton now.
Excellent. Okay.
Right by me, we could carpool.
Jim,
I DM messaged you and asked you if you wanted to ride.
Oh, thank you.
So we have.
I'm all set.
We have. Thanks to Troll Socks.
We have.
Do you want to ride home?
We have,
That's all right.
Shut
Okay.
up, please. We have Jim Hackett, MHB, DEC, Kim,
Dave Cullinane.
his mom, Dave Cullinane,
Steve from Providence.
Steve from Providence. Am I forgetting anybody?
Well, my mom really wants you and the family to come over for dinner.
Great, yeah.
You and the family.
Yeah.
Are you, let me ask you a serious question.
Sure.
With Kate and her swimming and stuff, are you available to babysit Harry a couple of days a week?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. That seems fine,
We
right,
can
Mike?
we can talk wrestling.
Sure.
It'll be great.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Maybe we'll just drop him off the place in Brighton.
Sure.
Good. Okay. So now, once again, that somehow led to bring Mike home. Condensed final thoughts about where you're going to be in the Minifan world, how you can help the show, your relationship with Steve, maybe as a potential intern. Maybe you and Steve can work more close together. Would you be okay with that, Steve?
Yes.
Rich, go ahead.
I mean, whatever I would need to do to help this show, I'm gonna do.
Okay. And I see you dip.
Yeah.
Okay, you shouldn't be doing that.
I know.
That's bad.
At this point, if I don't dip, I'm gonna drink. So
You shouldn't be fat and dipping at the same time, though.
well, maybe there's a potential sponsor out there that wants to help me lose weight.
Okay.
Because I want to lose weight. Look at this gut. Look,
Guy's always thinking sales.
check it out. Hold on. Check out this gut. It's disgusting.
Okay, we got it.
All right.
We got
Okay.
you. It's a podcast.
All right. So
It's a podcast.
I mean, literally, Steve is in front of my face recording me. I don't know what he's doing.
He's
What are you doing,
yeah,
Steve? What are you doing?
He's recording you.
Yeah, you fool.
All right, we're periscoping. So I mean,
Okay, go ahead. Your
Not-
final thoughts.
not good
Condensed.
instinct there, Kirk.
Condensed. I understand. I apologize.
I will get 5 sales before you get 1.
Okay.
Okay.
See what happens.
Well, we all know Dave's not going to get 1.
That's fine.
All right.
Nobody's debating
No, yeah.
that.
That's my final thought.
It
And
could take you 15 years to do that.
But yeah, let's see if he gets 5.
Steve, if you need to make me listen to all the bad radio in your stead, I'm down. You need me to come in every day and intern? Sure, why not? I'll do a like a midternship when you intern as a 29-year-old.
Condensed is not okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
All right. Anything for this show, whatever I can do, as many wallets I can take to the face, or do I need to go to NFL HQ?
Right.
I'm down for it.
I like it.
There you go. Rich Kelleher. Rich, thanks so much. We're going to wrap things up with Dave. So if you could
Sounds
exit,
good.
then we'd appreciate that.
Try to be better after I leave, okay?
We'll do our best.
No, I was correct.
To Dave.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Dave.
That's okay. Tell Kim I say hello.
I will.
Good. And Mom.
She's actually about to move soon, so can you
Oh,
just
good.
say, good luck, congratulations.
Rich, as always, good to see you. Thank you.
Put in a cameo. I'll say something nice. Now, can I mention
No,
that
not until the door's closed and it's open and okay, go ahead.
you may say that I am irrelevant and haven't inspired anyone, but I have inspired one young man.
You have, see?
One young man has taken my lead.
I feel like that's one of those things where he just came on with us and he'll be done with us for good. Don't you think he'll just move on to other stuff? In his
Sure.
life?
Yeah,
He's
we'll
not
never
gonna
hear
be
from him
on-
again.
No, he's not walking back in right now.
Jesus, Jesus Christ! Fucking horror movie.
What?
What are you looking for?
Oh,
Rich?
your phone.
Oh, you get your phone.
That could have been. All right, now back to Antonio Brown talk. Go ahead.
It's anything to do once.
Reach over and throw that deadbolt.
Once his exit edit, you have to edit some of that stuff.
Oh yeah, of course.
How long was that? 7 hours?
It's Thursday?
The minute
went like an hour 20 with
the listeners of the Kirk Minahan Show will enjoy that. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Maybe if you're a new listener, you probably could have ended at the K Marco stuff, and then
That's true. You're done for the day. Holy shit! I don't know. What do you think, Steve?
That's a big ball of crazy right there.
That is the craziest person, and I've dealt with some crazy people. I've been in rooms with crazy people. I've slept in rooms with crazy people. That's the craziest person I've ever met in my life.
I think you put your finger on it when you were like,
and all because of fuckhead Cullen, who brought him in.
I don't know why I did it.
you were like, if it's an act,
Oh, it's crazy.
he's still crazy.
He's Rupert Pupkin.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Either way is crazy.
The other thing is, Cullinane's likability goes up 10,000 fold.
oh yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about
100%.
that. I don't know
those
about that.
Cullinan avatars are going to go up a lot today.
He was obviously just so aggressive that
What happened like off the air last day or so?
he just like started tweeting out shit and doing these videos like he did, and just
I know, but
talking all this shit and then deleting
Is
it.
he bothering you all the time?
No, he was just like talking shit and tagging me in it, and yeah, it was just crazy. I don't know.
I mean, how
I can't
uncomfortable
play
you
the game. I just can't do it.
when he was like leaning into you.
Very uncomfortable.
I was uncomfortable.
Yeah, very
by that.
uncomfortable.
At one point, he put that blanket on and like was red and sweaty and angry. It's just like, do you think he just got in his car and just drove away?
I actually asked the Red 13 people to make sure that he did drive away.
Did you really?
I saw that interaction. He's watching.
Did he?
We don't have confirmation yet, no. I legitimately was interested in searching his bag. I'm not.
You waited like 45 minutes.
I know. I should have searched it much quicker.
Thanks. You weren't that interested. But you know, some people, the minute you see them, you're like, oh, okay, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Like but he's ours. We got to adopt him. He's part of the family. What are you
Right.
going to do? Turn your back on him?
No, certainly not. There's no way we could just do that.
Actually, we couldn't. I don't think.
No.
What do we do with him?
Back in Wednesday?
No. I'd rather never. I don't want to see him ever again. But is he less? Is he ever normal?
I thought he was moderately normal, but
how did
he was constantly texting me nonstop. Just constant, and I just played the game too much, and I never should have let it go that far. It was completely my fault.
You can't even make fun of Cullinane right now.
No, I'm like,
that's not even fun.
Yeah,
I apologize that I can't play it. I just can't do it. I was not comfortable.
He was like sitting in your lap.
He legit thinks there's money in him and I being enemies, and we're nobodies.
Well, there's interest in there being conflict on the show.
Oh, for
so
sure.
if you guys are both part of the show, then he's in a sense right.
But wouldn't it be better if there was something real about the conflict? It wasn't just like angry
and
at
the idea
DEC?
of them fighting at Rough and Rowdy, I cannot begin to tell you how delusional that is.
I enjoy it.
You can,
I'd love it.
You can call me.
The five of us would watch, and that'd be about it.
That'd be about it.
You can clearly call me a bitch for my behavior last week. I was a bitch. I was a
You're a
dummy.
pain in the dick. Yeah.
I was a pain in the dick. As I'm going through that, this guy is telling me to not let the Instagram account suffer and to give him the password. By the way, going through was dramatic. I know,
I think
but
a little bit,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's just
don't forget Cullinane's
shit.
also crazy. You get lost in the whole thing with this
You
guy.
forget.
Cullinane's own insanity.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, okay. I mean, I think we accomplished a lot. Like Mike said, I think we've. So he's going to be our representative out to the world now, selling stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And Dave can report to him.
It is 0% commission. We got that on the record. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Did you guys see the action over the weekend? Because a lot of people were reaching out to me, being like, "Did
What
they
action?
Like what he was doing over the weekend
Not
on
until-
Instagram,
not-
on Reddit, on."
Not until MHB tweeted out the video. I didn't see anything.
Okay,
from it.
and there was a ton more on top of that, and people were literally saying, "Be careful in studio," like dead
He's not
serious.
back, is he? No, I thought Steve was giving me
That
heads
would
up.
be that would be terrifying.
Well, I think I'm going to see him again. I have no doubt I'm going to see him in the parking lot after. There's no question.
Yeah, probably.
Or in my car or something. Like I have no doubt. Jesus, he's got the fucking look like I've never seen.
Yeah,
I've never seen a look
1 o'clock
like that.
tea time, huh? Kirk? That was a good one.
The first time was funny.
Yeah.
Then it got funnier each time.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, all right. So I think he's now going to be the most hated person in the Minute Fan world.
I was afraid when he said I DM'd you. I was like, oh shit, did I not respond?
Did you respond or not?
I just get so busy, Rich. I'm sorry.
So Mick has been going hard at Mike lately.
I would say, yeah, I guess so, but more in response.
So there's real, I don't know, it feels like some tension here. So I figure you guys might as well settle it. But as opposed to having you go after Mike here and then Mike going after you, you might as well just do it when you're here, right?
Right.
So Mick had on Chris Castellani last night.
Yeah.
A 0. So he, but he had this. Was that you were talking about Mike in this clip I saw, right?
It was the intro of the show,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
pretty much.
Do we have that, Justin? Or
Yes.
no? Or whoever, yeah.
Coleman has it, to be clear.
But yeah, we got a couple things here I want to talk about before we jump to that Castellani interview. Blind Mike. One Michael Geary.
Good start.
I like Blind Mike. I like his content.
Don't worry, he doesn't. We'll get
Blind
there.
Mike on the show.
Nobody
What I like about Mike is him selling this narrative that like I am deserving when other people are not. That's not what I am saying.
All right, so let's go. Okay, so what is that's your the crux?
Yeah,
of are you going to be?
You saying
are
Lane
you
a dud and a
Are you going to
Lane
be beyond average Mick? Or are you going to be
which version of it?
Mick the drip today?
No,
What are you-
I'm being serious. I've thought this during the producer search. I thought Mike would say things like, "I have unearned arrogance," or "I have too much confidence that I haven't earned it," and I kind of bit my tongue for a little while because I didn't.
I truly don't remember saying that during the producer search. You said that you had this thing where I don't like you. If you would ask me, what did I say the other day when I said Cullinane was the obvious replacement to Steve, Justin was the obvious replacement to Dave? He said, who's the obvious replacement to Justin? I said, you, if you're not a fucking idiot about it. I don't know where you got that. Was I nice to you when you were in here last week? Did I say you played that shit with Gus right?
Is Mike
so
bad?
where
Is
are you getting that I don't like you?
I don't think that you've
One
been
thing
like
about Mike is I
bad
don't
to
think
me.
Mike's ever been an asshole to anybody.
No, but I
haven't
think
seen.
it's more of that's what I'm trying to say. I think it's more coming from the way that you speak about me. I don't really think that.
So what do you think I'm
understand
saying
it.
about you that I have a problem
Let him
with?
talk, Mike. He's
I think that you think that
beyond average,
I have earned too much here, around here, and you think that I believe that I'm
No.
somewhere that I'm not.
You're incorrect.
Go
I
ahead,
don't think you've earned too much. I don't think you've earned anything.
You do think that I believe that I like? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
You think that I'm almost entitled to it.
Yes, I don't think you've earned a paycheck. I think if you did, you'd be back there. I think if you showed that you were better than those two guys,
Right,
you'd be back there.
You continuously
You
say that
disagree
though.
with
Pat.
Mike or no?
I do disagree with that, but I'm not calling for their job though.
You think you deserve a paycheck?
Not for being
You
here. I'm saying
deserve a job.
if I produced here, yeah, that's all
Sure,
it is.
yeah, Mick, I don't think I ever said that if you produced here, you shouldn't be paid. If you fill in and you don't ask for a paycheck, that's what happens. You're filling in.
Yes.
If you say, hey, Kirk, I need gas money. I'm losing a day of work to come in here.
But I don't want that.
Do I have a problem with that?
I don't think so. I don't want that though.
Well, then don't do it, Mick. Don't take the opportunity that's given to you. If you don't want to fill in, don't fucking
Mike,
fill
I don't
in.
want your advice. How's that sound?
I don't give a
shit
fuck
about what you're telling me,
Mick.
dude. I could care less. You act like you're some high horse, dude.
Mick,
All you've
shut
ever
the
no,
fuck
I'm
up.
not going to shut up, Mike.
I'm not
I don't
giving
care.
you advice, asshole.
That's all you've been
I'm
doing.
giving my opinion on the show.
That doesn't what it
I've
sounds
never
like,
called
Mike.
you.
That's not what it
I
sounds
don't
like,
give
Mike.
a fuck
You can
about
play the
you.
clips, Mike. That's not how
I
it
hope
sounds.
you keep fucking up. Keep
That's
losing
fine.
the opportunities.
That's
I don't
fine.
give a fuck.
You've been saying
I'm not
the
going
whole
to lose
time.
any sleep.
You've been rooting against me
You're
to
an
get paid the entire
ungrateful
time.
cocksucker.
Why am I ungrateful?
You're an ungrateful asshole.
For you, I don't
Because
have. I don't owe you anything, Mike. Nothing.
He gave you an opportunity last week. You cried like a baby and stormed out of here.
But why did I do that, Mike?
I don't know, because you're an idiot.
Let me
Because you didn't give a fuck about the opportunity you were getting.
That's not true, Mike.
Hold on.
That's not true.
Hold on. Shut up, Nick. We'll visit this in a second. Keep in mind that I just created that, and that Coleman wanted Steve from Gloucester and Montana. Just remember that. All the Coleman haters.
It's a big change to the name of the show. All right.
Just note that for a second. We'll take a deep breath. Let's go back to mixed sound. I want to hear some more from these two guys. Because there is like, don't.
Well, it's because I don't follow him on Twitter.
Well,
That's the real problem that we'll get to.
Oh, really?
I mean, do not follow me on any social media account. I subscribe to your page.
Mick, you're a fucking baby. I don't want this to become a fucking.
It is just not.
It was all
obvious.
Mike doesn't like me. I don't have a problem
I think
with
Mike
you,
follows every single person from the producers except for me. Is Will even alive? It's just very simple. It's a very clear thing. He just doesn't really mess with me.
I didn't know.
It's fine. I'm not asking for him to do it.
You stink.
That's okay.
Mick, I didn't know I didn't follow you.
Clearly, it's not.
What's that?
I didn't know I didn't follow you.
Clearly, hold on, Mike. Clearly, it's not because you're bringing it up and now you're triggered about it.
I'm not triggered about it. The way that he speaks about my arrogance on the show, and I don't like that.
What does that have to do with him following you on Twitter?
It's just the overall tone of him. It seems like everything he does to me is a negative thing. Every single time. I feel like every single time it's negative, Mike.
This is Al. This is all. It's like, oh, you need someone's You need Kirk's acceptance. You need Al's. For some reason, you need mine. Now.
I don't, Mike. I could care less if you don't like me. I truly
really because you brought it up on your show. That's
no,
why. That's why I'm here
over and over again. I do not care
I'm
if you
here
like
today
me.
because you're worried that I don't like it.
I like when Mike turns to me like he can't really see me. He's like, this is all Al. I'm like, I just say that to somebody.
You're here still.
We say at dinner last night. So you said when I called you at 9:30 at night.
Al. It all comes down to Al.
Let me hear some more Mick here. I'm enjoying. God, am I enjoying this? Go ahead. Let me hear more.
Follow me on any social media account. I subscribe to your Patreon.
I'll correct
I follow
that.
you on everything.
By the way, Mick, I appreciate that. You don't have to do that either.
That's fine.
Thank you.
I won't.
But like, you think I'm a hat? You don't have to do that to be a nice guy.
I guess it's more of like a respect thing. That is right. No, if you want to say it's being
Tony
fake,
Soprano?
No. But I don't want to be the guy that comes in here and says everybody sucks.
What do you think
on
of
the show.
that?
What? I don't want to be in here and say, especially when I first got here during the producer search, I was going to be like, Mike's terrible if I disagreed with something he said or if I didn't like him on the show one day.
He's not terrible on the show.
I don't think he is.
He was yesterday, but not generally.
I was rattled yesterday.
What was that, Mike? Sorry?
I said I was rattled yesterday.
I meant Coleman, Mike. Sorry, what's that?
What's next, Coleman?
I don't. No, but what is it? So if Mike followed you on Twitter, you'd have a different.
It's just it's a pile up of things. I'm sure you're going to say that I'm crazy, but
You're crazy, but that's okay.
It
So am
seems
I.
like
So is
Mike has had an issue with the way that I carry myself on the show.
I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah, Mick. I
just don't care. I don't really care if you
I don't even think it's an issue. I
think you do care.
I think it's
Let's
an
not lie
observation.
about that.
I would rather have you like me, but it's not going to bother me if you don't like me.
Oh, Mick. All right. Well, I mean,
Well, Mick,
It's not.
when I'm in here,
go ahead. You guys continue. Sorry.
when I'm in here, should I say, Kirk, Mick doesn't care about my opinions? I'm not going to give them unless he cares.
That'd be better. Yeah. Thank you.
No, but when you're saying that I don't deserve to be paid here or I don't deserve this, I'm going to take offense to that when I feel like I do.
Mick, what I was saying to you is you should take every opportunity. If he asks you to fill in for free, you should do that because you claim you want a job here. If you don't, I don't give a fuck.
I'm not going to be getting a job here, though. That's the thing that I think we're just missing. Like,
Okay, well, that's a good attitude to have, Mick, then. You should leave.
Why? If he wants me to leave, I'll leave. But I don't. That's not why I'm here today. Is to just get a job. That's not why I want to come into the show. I'll contribute.
You should be here because you want to be part of the show.
Correct.
And you said you want to be a producer for the show, right?
I would.
So you should take every opportunity. If he asks you to go to a live show, you should do it. If he asks you to come in your studio, you should do it. If he asks you to fill in for free, you should do it. If he asks you to film something
We
for
just
free,
disagree, Mike.
to do a show on
I
the network,
disagree.
you should do it. Or say, Kirk, I don't want to be a part of it that badly. I kind of want it, but I don't want to try that hard.
Yeah, he's tried that before, but we know he wants to do it, and I understand that. But like, that's not.
You don't see the difference between filling in for somebody as a producer and doing all the work and then coming into the show. And
I just
there's
don't
a
know.
difference
I gotta be honest. I just don't know what your issue with Mike is. Like, I don't get it. Like, I have a million issues with Mike, but I'm just saying I don't
know what you think I said.
Yeah,
that's
like,
so
what am I missing? Like,
You said-
crystallize it.
you-
Mike, everyone be quiet. Justin and Coleman, Mike, myself. Everyone be quiet. Mick, for whatever 30 seconds, explain your issue with Mike, because I'm happy if I understand it. Then I'll be happy to have.
I don't care if Mike hates the way I am on the show or anything like that. But when he speaks on me thinking that I'm more entitled than other people in the producer search, I have a problem with that, because we had this conversation last time we were here. We
You and Mike
talked
did?
about, yes,
Okay.
on the air.
Yeah.
And you asked me, why do I feel like I'm more entitled than John from Scranton or Montante? I said, no, it's not them that I feel more entitled. I just feel personally that I've done enough to contribute here and earn a paycheck. Now, it's not my decision. I understand that, but like, I don't want to keep having that job dangled in front of me. Like, oh, you can come fill in, but like, we don't know if Gus is coming back. That whole thing, that to me was a job kind of being dangled in front of me. Maybe I'm wrong there, but that's how I felt it.
That's completely imagined in your
okay.
mind. Like, I don't even know. Like,
I could go back on Wednesday and pull the clips.
So is the job being dangled in front of Montante, all the people that applied?
No, they weren't here. They weren't here saying
you
hey,
filled in 2 days. On one of them, you walked out and had no one
and the
produce
guy got
show.
fired, Mike.
Right. If you waited a fucking week, that could have been
But
you.
I don't.
Maybe
I didn't
he never
believe-
would have
but-
asked
But
Justin.
that's the thing. I didn't believe that. That's
then
something
that's
that
your
I think-
fucking problem.
I
Nick.
guess so.
I didn't believe I'd be on the Kirk Minahan show one day, but I tried. I kept showing up when he asked me to, so here I am.
Yes.
What do you want me to tell you? I'm not qualified to give advice on a lot of things.
I
would
agree.
say one thing is being here. Other than him, I've been in more than anyone.
But Mike, I don't
It's
want to
because
be in
I've
the
taken
position that
advantage
you
of
are in, though.
opportunities.
I don't want to be in
then
this position.
Don't be. I don't give a fuck,
Okay.
Mick.
What position is that? What position is Mike in?
Mike is in a position where he has his own content here, and that is what the promotion value is. What he's here, right? That's the
Correct.
trade-off.
Correct.
That's
Am I speaking wrong?
That's the compensation. I wanted to be a part of this show. I worked out compensation that works for me. You could also try and do that, or you could storm out like a baby so you have content on your podcast.
But it's not what I want to do, though. That's where you're missing
I
it.
couldn't care less, Mick.
Okay,
Then don't do it.
So say, Mick, I still we're weeks later. I like it, but I don't quite get your point. Like, I just don't get it. I know you have one.
With what?
Just like what your bitch is about this. Like, I don't
I'm
get what
bitching because I feel like he represents my character in a very bad way whenever he talks about me like that.
Okay,
that makes me very mad.
So Mike's defined your
I
character.
don't care if he makes fun of my content. I don't care. That alone
never
makes me
have
mad.
made fun of your
I said I don't care. I didn't say you did.
Okay, nope. Okay, I've never really listened to your content, so I don't know. But what I would say is, like, maybe it's different than Mike's take, is I think you feel like you deserve that job. And you also feel like we're playing some game with you, like you're like Charlie Brown in the football with this job. And I don't.
2 weeks ago, I did feel that way. I don't feel that way at all now.
But you just said that. Like
I don't
a minute-
feel. I said.
But you just
I
said
said
it
last
dangled in front of
Wednesday.
you.
Last
You said that-
when I walked out here, during
Okay.
one that's
So you
when I
don't feel
felt
that way now?
No, we had
Okay.
that conversation on the
Okay.
air. You told me, hey, I can't promise you anything. You said it yesterday with Montante. I hear you. I get that
Correct.
completely.
Okay.
I watched your live stream the other night. This all comes from, I heard your live stream the other night where someone asked, will you still fill in for the show?
Yeah, I
and
clicked it, Mike.
you hesitated and said, I said
I wouldn't love the. I'll tell you exactly what I said, Mike. I said I wouldn't love the idea of filling in for somebody's show if I don't have a potential chance of working there.
What that says, you don't want
And
it
then,
that
Mike,
bad.
I followed up by
You
saying
don't
what?
want it
Mike,
that
what did
bad.
I just say?
That you would do
I
it.
followed up by saying,
begrudgingly.
hey, I know I didn't
think
say
you
that at
should
all.
be
I said I would
grateful.
gladly hurt Kurt. What are you talking about begrudgingly? That's not begrudgingly. Saying you would
Sure,
gladly
of
help
course it
somebody.
is. You said you didn't
How
want
is
to.
that begrudgingly?
You said you didn't want to.
No, I didn't, Mike. I said I would gladly help him.
I think you should be grateful for every opportunity
I
you
don't
have.
care if you think I
and
should be
take
grateful. I don't
advantage
give a
of it.
fuck if you think I should be grateful. I don't.
Then don't be.
Okay.
What do I
I'm
care?
saying I would help
I'm
him.
saying you should be.
Okay, cool. Great. I'm telling you that I would gladly help him anytime. And you're just acting like
No,
I
you
am
wouldn't, Mick, unless you get paid. You want to get paid for it.
Mike, I said the opposite. I said the opposite.
Yeah, you said the opposite every fucking time. You flip-flopped on it a million times. You want to get paid, but you don't want to get paid.
I don't care.
The only
I
time
don't care if he's grateful. What the hell do I care?
I think he should be. I'm saying I think he should be.
But I don't care whatever. If he does it, great. If he doesn't do it, great.
I don't care either. I'm just saying I think he should be.
Okay,
I think he should take advantage of those opportunities.
What I'm saying is I don't care if he's grateful. What I'm saying is if he does it, great. If he doesn't want to do it, great. Like,
right.
But I don't even know if he wants to do it or not. Like, I don't even. So if
apparently he doesn't.
If Justin was sick next week and I said, hey,
yes, I would help you. Yes,
you would fill in.
Yes.
Okay, and I'd want to pay you, but then you would say you wouldn't want to pay.
This is the difference, though. Is when Gus was suspended, it was almost looked like, hey, come on in. And then during that show, I don't know if you're doing it intentionally or not. Maybe you're fucking with me, but it sounded like, oh, we don't know if Gus is coming back, and it started that.
I didn't know, but I did. But I
got
did.
news. He's not here.
I understand.
But I didn't know. I didn't know.
And I felt at the time that he was definitely going to be back. I was wrong about that.
Right. I understand.
Then ultimately somebody else is there.
I think it comes, Mike. It does come from like a passion. Like he does want to be part of it.
That's Yes, I agree. I think he's lying when he says he doesn't. I'm saying he wants to be part of it. What? So you should do all that if you want to be a part of it. In 2 years, Mick, you're a young guy. You're 28. In 2 years, would that be crazy if he's going to be here for 4 years? These two guys left.
No,
I'm saying don't fuck up now because you'll blow an opportunity in the future.
How am I fucking it up?
If you don't take advantage,
how am I fucking it up with Kurt?
You're bitching about it constantly.
But I'm not bitching about. I'm saying I would
you're
help
right,
him.
Mick. You seemed like a real adult 2 weeks ago. You seem like a real mature guy who's got his fucking head on straight. But Mike, you seem like a guy who's grateful for all. I was wrong. I'm sorry. How many people do I have to root for to get paid?
No, I just feel like you don't have to root for every single person. Like I'm saying.
M-I-C-K. Justin sucks and Coleman's gay. Go Mick! I'm rooting for you, buddy. I hope you get paid.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike's rattled. He is a little
Ryan?
that was a madman.